Oh, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another Geeks 5 podcast. That's right. It's the only podcast in all of the geek universe, all of the weeb universe, all the otakus, the tacos, the street tacos. I like those. I don't like Taco Bell.
Should have said the
We now
geek
come with,
inverse.
that's right. That's right. The geek inverse. We now
There you
come
go.
with 50% more chips and 50% more chaos. Joining me as always, I am your host. I am the man with the plan, the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla. I am King Mexico, also known as Jesse Goku, and joining me is the Texas gaming hedgehog himself. He is the next big thing. He runs the skinny, and he's an upcoming voice actor. He made more videos and has been putting me to shame, so now I got to get off my ass and make more content. Please welcome Keyblade Sonic.
Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. It's Monday.
Yeah,
You know what that
so
means.
excited to be here. It's just so
Yeah.
excited. It's like, do we got to
Yeah.
work today? Joining us is the man, the one, the only. He smells delicious. He's probably delicious. From Bakon himself, Bacon.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's going on? And joining us for the first time, an up and coming podcast. Next year, spring. Komori Con. Joining us, Emily.
Hi, hello.
Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming. All right,
Thank
guys.
you for having me.
Hey, no, thank you for agreeing to come on our crappy show. Just got to put this out there. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, before you watch this show, all the opinions expressed on here don't necessarily reflect those of the other admins. Our sponsors of Geeks 5 Ever. This is a mature audience podcast only. May contain strong language, adult themes, extreme sarcasm, and our official sponsor of the show is Simp Bucks. You know who I'm talking about. All right, Sonic, what do we got for we got a skinny? What's going on before we begin?
I guess we could just that this weekend is Anime Houston. That's happening up this weekend. Happening at the Marriott West Chase, basically the same venue where Delta HCon was. And that's going on this weekend. Let's see. And speaking of this weekend, also on Saturday night, for anybody who is 21 and over, I believe is the 4th annual or the 5th annual cosplay dance party that's happening at Numbers Nightclub over on Westheimer. That's happening this Wednesday.
Because it went away for a while.
Yeah, obviously because COVID and all that stuff. So the last one was in 19, so it's been 4 years. So after 4 years, it is back. So if you're able to go, have fun, have a great time. 21 and up, cosplay dance party.
That's right. Show up and shake some booty. Do it.
And I guess the other stuff we could talk about. I mean, if it's part of the show later on, we'll just save it for later on. So that's pretty much the big topics I guess we could talk about for now about.
All right. So like he said, check out Anime Houston, animehouston.com. They're gonna be like Sonic said, this year it's this coming weekend. You can buy your tickets at the door for Anime Houston at animehouston.com, or I think it's cheaper to just do it online. They have several panels. We're going to do an official review of it on Monday, like we do for all of our cons. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you never know if we'll be there. If you see us, say hi. If not,
well, I'm not going to be there, but Sonic might. He might. He might make a cameo.
Yeah.
he'll speed dash in and you're too slow, and then just run out.
Yeah, in and out.
In and out. Oh, by the way, more skinny news. Today is National Cheeseburger Day. That's right. McDonald's, Dairy Queen, Burger King are all participating in penny on the dollar burgers.
So some of them, depending on for example, McDonald's, it's 50 cents if you use the app. Burger King is $1 if you use the app or something. Some of them you'll need the app. It's just depending on which places or which to be.
Technology. That's how they get.
I know, right? That's how they get. See, this is why at Jack in the Box they don't have 2-for-1 tacos anymore. You have to get it to the app. That's the only way you can get 2-for-1 tacos. So now they want you to get the app.
They don't know I know this life hack. 5-finger discount.
See, but saying in public now, it's kind of too late.
Yeah, kind of.
You're just giving away the secrets.
All right, I want to acknowledge our cosplaying queen. That's right. She has won several Best in Show awards, Best Craftsman awards. She's been several guests at different conventions all over the state of Texas. The one Egg Cosplays, we acknowledge our cosplaying queen.
Yeah, she
Woo.
recently made an appearance at Anime STX, right?
Oh,
That's what it's called.
nice.
Yeah, so that was really cool based on the photos she posted. It looks really good. Looks really pretty packed, for a convention that size. And looks to have a good time. And hopefully we get to hear from her thoughts on it. Maybe bring her into the show.
Acknowledge our queen. We do have some announcements later today. So we talked about we talked about a podcast special that we're doing in October for. So we decided to change it. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. Also, the possibility of us still going to OniCon, it's still up in the air, so we're going to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the other conventions go, we are going to them. That's why they're here.
And
on the show to promote them.
when is Onicon again? It is on the. Let me check just to be safe.
November 12th, maybe?
It is November. So actually no. So it's November. Oh fuck, that's October. It's actually November 10th through the 12th.
Yeah, so
Okay.
basically, so a lot of conventions are actually happening that weekend. Not just Onicon that's happening November 10th to the 12th. Also, the Houston Arcade Expo that's happening on the 10th to the 12th. And for you Sonic fans, I know I brought this up last week. Sonic Expo is happening November 11th and the 12th in Dallas. So a lot of convention choices for that weekend. So, choose whichever you feel comfortable with going, and hope you have a great time. And maybe you'll see one of us there. We'll never know.
And don't forget that the Texas Renaissance Festival is kicking off October 7th. So
Yeah.
that Saturday, October 7th, is the official first day. The campgrounds will open up Thursday, October 5th at noon and will remain open until Monday, October 9th at noon. So you got to get in there.
And
then
yep.
Noon on Monday, you got to get your shit out.
Yeah, yep, it's in 2 weeks. So in case you're wondering, like how long? Yeah, you basically got pretty much 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. It's 8 weekends of
medieval times.
Dragon bullshit fun. Yeah, there you go. We're not sponsored for them, so it doesn't really matter. But we're gonna go. We're gonna hang it out. We're gonna actually do our Dia de los Muertos party at the campgrounds. So make sure you join us this year. I think that's all we got for news so far. We got a few more announcements. Those can wait till the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Bill? We love you, Bill. Thank you for joining us today. It's a slow show, but we are here because this is a comfort show. Last week, we talked about some god awful panels. I don't want to relive that shit again. So joining us, we're going to start off with Komori Con. They are here. They are new. They are up and coming, and they're here to stomp a mud hole in the Texas community's ass and walk it dry. That's right. They're here to make a splash, especially. You guys are going to be in Austin, right?
Yeah, we are. We're going to be pretty much directly on the UT campus. So we are hoping for a good turnout because we have a huge population of nerds here.
That's right.
Oh,
They're in
absolutely.
a college campus, so you already know the party's going to be lit.
For sure.
That's crazy though. Like, so I'm really excited. So you do have an Instagram page, and we'll post that link later so people can check it out. But I'm excited to see how everything goes. How you start announcing whatever, like guests or taking applications for panels or press or all that good stuff. But like I said, you still got, there's still lots of time. Around what time frame were y'all planning on?
So we do have a date set actually. So mark your calendars for February 10th. It is actually Lunar New Year, and our convention theme is also going to be Lunar New Year themed.
If it is the Year of the Dragon, correct?
Yeah, so it's really cool.
Yeah, cool.
And we're going to have, benefit of having it on campus, there's a lot of exploitable talent. So we have a bunch of organizations that we're going to work with, like the Lion Dance crew. Hopefully they'll say yes. And like other performers that will hopefully bring a lot of like life and energy, especially for the Lunar New Year themed event.
That's awesome.
That's
really
cool.
exciting. Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Delta when they first started.
The early stages.
The early Delta, because Delta was at a college.
Yeah, U of H, right?
Yeah,
Go,
U of
Oh,
H.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Now
Cougs.
they're one of the bigger, smaller cons.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make any sense? Like,
yeah, no, it does.
Goal.
Yeah. And I guess we could just might as well ask a question. So, where did the idea of like the name, like of the convention you guys are planning in February, with like the origins of it, like the the name, the concept, and all that? How did that originated?
Yeah, sure. So I am a UT student, and I recently learned about AggieCon, the one at A&M, and it's like And I was like, okay, why did they get to have one, but we don't get to have one? And also, if Aggies can do it, then it can't be that hard. Like, it can't be that hard. So I was gonna put one on for our school, and I recruited my partner showrunner Hanming, who can't make it right now, but we're working on this together. And the name Komori comes from the Japanese word for bats, because Austin's known for its bats, and our mascot is a little bat, and it's great. We're very excited.
That's cool.
I didn't know that. So it comes from bats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Austin, in the Austin area, there are been known bat cases and all that, a lot of bats in that area.
I didn't know that crap.
And Batman,
What?
right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and
why
Batman,
don't
of
we
course.
have a Batman? Isn't that like Batman got bit by a radioactive bat?
I think.
That's man
That's how
bat,
that works?
maybe.
That's man bat.
Maybe.
Hi.
Hello, welcome.
How's it going, y'all?
This is
Would you?
this
Great.
is Drew. He's the other half of Bacon and anime.
Hi.
Yeah, my
So
partner
I-
in
I-
crime.
Drew, have we met officially?
Not officially. We just met in passing.
Okay. It's that really crappy memory. Like no, like don't be offended. I have like the worst memory. It's like, hey, I just ran into you, dude.
Yeah, don't feel so bad, because I think everybody once in our life is like, "Hey, man, how's it going?" You'd be like, "Who are you again?" And then you try to remember. It's like you have like so many faces. Yeah, exactly.
Buddy, how you doing? Just like
I literally
Was that-
partied in Jesse's hotel room before I got on the podcast, and then told that story last time I was here.
yeah, he did. He's like, we met, we hung out. I'm like, we did.
I was like, you gave me a sip of the Super Saiyan Blue.
I
He's
think
like,
I
Oh yeah.
I dropped in a couple times during your panel at Bacon.
Yeah, he did.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That's why you kind of look familiar.
I gave some random person like $5.
What the fuck? Oh, that was me.
I gave you $5. Yeah.
You gave me $5 so I could eat because I was bitching the whole time. I'm hungry.
I got you.
I'm
dude, I
working
got you.
2 cons. I haven't eaten. I'm Mexican. Help me out.
Hell yeah, I got you.
But thank you. I actually
dog.
ate a shot of
Sick.
tequila.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
So it was great. No, I really liked. So we were talking about BACON. So we did one panel. I forgot what the panel was, but it was during someone else's show. I'm not gonna say who. Just another person's show, and like the crowd in my panel did not like the crowd in that show, because apparently it was like a beef going on. I was like, what? This is some real life Biggie and Tupac stuff. It was great. It was the highlight, because I forget what panel it was. It was like, I think it was like something about, fuck, I don't remember.
Has it been like what, 2-3 months? I'll say 2
That,
months,
and when on our way back to Delta, I had to like, my friend said I passed out in the car, and like we sat in the parking lot and I slept for like 20 minutes before he woke me up. Like, dude, I was tired. Like, I wore the Captain Mexico cosplay the entire time I was at BalCon, and I normally can't wear that thing for more than a couple hours. So I was just like,
You were out of it.
I really was, man. Everybody's like, oh, fucking Captain Salmon. I'm not gonna talk about him. Looks like Captain Crunch was like trying to say, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, no, dude, BalCon was great. I loved it. I really like the homie feel of it, and we were talking about it, and we were coming up with like ideas like, hey, what is one thing like we can pitch that will make the con better? So we've already been like coming up with ideas to like help,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what we do, man. We want to like, we're entertainers. Our job is to entertain.
Oh, I'm gonna listen in. I want to hear the feedback.
All right, so the way it works is, so we do a lot of panels, and we kind of do so to put it to you in context, there are 2 groups in the state of Texas that have ever had 15 panels at Comic Palooza, and we're one of them.
Wow, very
And, like,
experienced.
And that's for
Yeah,
Comic
like
Palooza.
yeah, that was just for Comic. Like, I tell people, like, people are like, they're like, how many panels you got today? I got 7. They're like, what the hell? Like, yeah, I wish I had more, but they said there's a limit.
I think
Because I love that. Like, if I'm not doing panels at a con, I'm bored, I'm miserable. Like
The-
I like to tell jokes. I like to make people laugh. Like we did a Pokemon roasting panel. It was great. It was like it was Digimon versus Pokemon. I think that's what it was. It was Digimon versus Pokemon, and we were roasting the crap out of the adult Pokemon panel that was at Delta because it got really weird.
uh,
There was an adult Pokemon panel, and apparently it got so weird that like people were walking out.
Wow.
Right? And
Can
like if
imagine what was being said.
I
I
know
think I have an
Pokemon, like
idea.
Pokemon's already bad. I was like, please don't, and I was like, please don't tell me it was the Vaporeon thing. Please don't tell me it was the Vaporeon thing.
It was
Oh
probably the
no,
Vapor. It was
it was
worse.
worse.
Probably
It was
was.
worse. It was
What
worse.
about the Vaporeon thing?
Whatever. Shut up.
Vaporeon is the
No,
best.
he knows.
No,
He
I already
knows.
know,
He
I already
knows.
know,
No,
I
no,
already
no, no.
Putting out fires. Whenever you're a firefighter, you want Vaporeon with you
Oh
because they
yeah.
can
Oh
put out
yeah.
fire. Or Blastoids. No, it was one of those. We were roasting them. Not the panelists, but just the like what was going on in the panel. Like we weren't trying to be mean or anything. It was just it was one
it
of
just
those
happened.
things to where like when I heard about it, this was kind of my reaction.
The what now?
It was yeah, and then it became into this. So yeah, no, but so we introduced like we started introducing concepts like versus panels. So we do like Pokemon versus Digimon. We're doing My Hero Academia versus Naruto, and we're gonna do Dragon Ball versus someone else. We're even introducing Yu Yu Hakusho versus Bleach. So they're open mic panels where people just go on stage and just talk trash to the other fandom. They're not like versus battle debates because versus
Yeah.
battle debates get really boring really fast.
Mhm.
Like oh, Ichigo can do this because he can like destroy the universe by clapping his butt cheeks. I'm like nobody cares, man.
Actually, Ichigo could actually use his sword to become like that, basically, and it gets
Yeah.
really boring real quick.
So like we wanted to do comedy panels, and a lot of our panels are just that. They're just comedy. We do entertainment. But thanks to Bacon, we were actually able to introduce a brand new panel, which was called Mental Health Awareness,
Thanks,
which
Bacon.
like we had that one at Colossal Con, and it's a panel that's getting better because people are actually coming to it and opening up, and like people were crying at Colossal. I know that sounds bad, but like they took their emotions and put them out there. And that was on a whole different level. Like I can't even like joke or make anything like it was so surreal just to see people like and that's where we came up with the concept that maybe conventions are like a drug itself
Oh, interesting.
because a lot of people take drugs to feel safe, to take them back to how they used to feel, like to make them feel good, to make them feel safe, to take them like it's like a what is it called, like a dopamine or anything like something like it's an
Yeah, like serotonin or like a
yes.
dopamine. Yeah.
So it's kind of like whenever people do certain drugs, they feel that way. They kind of like hallucinate, or they feel safer, or they feel more comfortable, and that's kind of like what conventions are nowadays. And that's why whenever you go off that drug, you go through like a depression state, and you need more. That's why we have like
Post-con
like
depression.
yeah, like you're sick, or maybe you're depressed or something, and it makes sense. Like people go to the conventions to feel safe and to
Yeah.
feel welcome. And that's why we started introducing more serious panels, like like the mental health awareness. We introduce like we do one about it was for cosplay diversity. That's what it was. It was cosplay diversity, and it turned into I don't like this person because I don't like their music panel. So I was like so taken aback by it, and like it was a diversity panel, and it went from roasting one of the performers, and then they started roasting Ash for being Ash. It was a great panel, but like yeah, we like doing that. We like entertaining. We like to get people involved. Like I have nothing against like how to make your own cosplay panels, but I really like panels that get people interactive. Like, hey, you are part
Yeah.
of the show. Be a part of the show. Interact. Get involved.
I think
It's really fun.
mine and Drew's favorite panels, because we do panels together too. I think our two most interactive ones, the ones we like to do the most, which is the let's make a top 10 list and anime feud. The other ones are very informative. I don't know. The Yu Yu Hakusho panel is pretty fun too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I actually want to introduce a couple new panels So this one, so everyone does a top 10 list, right? I
Hmm.
want to do something similar, but I want to call it anime from back in my day,
Hmm.
and just talk about like, what was this is. This isn't a top 10 list. These are just a bunch of anime I think are awesome.
Yeah, Fighting
Outlaw
Phenom.
Star,
Oh,
like Outlaw Star,
thought we're
Sailor
going.
Moon,
Thought we're going to the
Ronin,
Fox
Ronin
route.
Warriors.
Ronin Warrior. Yeah, Ronin Warriors.
I,
Saint
I,
Seiya. And
I
then
went to
you throw in like non-anime just to like kind of make the audience like,
Samurai Pizza Cats.
that's right. Mega XLR.
Megas
I went,
XLR.
I went the Foxbox route and was like Fighting Foodons and
Ultimate
Ultimate
Muscle.
Muscle.
Yeah, Ultimate Muscle.
Well, you got to go more Hamataro.
Yo,
Hamtaro.
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 Yeah. Monster Rancher.
Dude, Monster Rancher.
Emily, we're all
Monster
old.
Rancher.
Yeah, obviously we're old guys. Just prove
Like
that.
I remember when they invented anime. That's how old I am. So let's talk like we talk about panels, we talk about volunteers. So with Komori Con, this being their first year, you guys are bringing a brand new convention, and I think you guys like you're not going to hear this a lot, but I think you did a really good job in picking a time frame when there isn't a lot of cons.
Yeah, that was definitely on purpose because I am first and foremost an artist alley vendor, and that's honestly why I wanted to start KomoriCon is just because a lot of conventions don't treat their vendors super well, and from inside the circles, definitely people have talked about the local cons not being great, just show wise or like the showrunners skeezy or whatever. So that's why I personally am starting it, and I went through a lot of research to like see the con schedules and to make sure that they didn't overlap with any other con, and it is kind of like a slump, right? So we kind of filling a niche that's like not being filled by anything else. I mean, there's IkiCon right before and AggieCon's like the week before, but it's AggieCon.
Right.
And yeah, so and also it is for the school itself, it's like in a slump of sports schedules. So because football's our big thing and it's in the fall and kind of winter-ish a little bit, but it's died down by February. So
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. That's
I,
fair.
real quick, got to address some comments. Or that's so Yu Hakusho that has Yu Hakusho has been the best. Has okay. I agree it's really good. I don't think it's the best, but I do agree it's a really great show. I have a hoodie. Cons are a great high. That's like I just said. And hey, it's Uzi. Tapo. So like therapy group, yeah, kinda. Except we're free. Well, no, therapy groups are free too. But at a convent in cosplay. So well, because I was gonna say like when it comes to conventions, like anyone that's watching, there's like unofficially Ikicon is kind of like the season finale. It's the end of the season. It's kind of like football. The end of football is the Super
In
Bowl.
February. Yeah.
It's
yeah,
the World Series for baseball. Soccer's weird and wrestling's year round. So those don't count. But yeah, it's kind of like the end, and then we kind of kick it back up closer to summer. Like, sure, there's a convention here and there, but it's either like one that you really don't hear that much about, or it's one that's kind of just like not anime. Like anime fans are like some. There's a lot of comic cons throughout the year, but anime fans like to stick to anime. So I think that's interesting that you chose that time because there's other cons like there's All Con in March. It's usually during spring break, but a lot of anime fans don't go to that one. I know there's others. I just can't think of the top. Oh, Ushicon. Ushicon is around the same same time.
Mhm.
Kimi
They are
Kawaii-con?
coming back.
yeah.
Kimi Kawaii-con,
I
I
think
think.
Yep.
end of
Kimi
March.
Kawaii-con. Can't forget that one too. Kimi Kawaii-con.
Kimi Kawaii. I thought that was in later in the year.
Is that I might have it confused with another one.
Oh, also Katsucon. That's usually in late February, but that happens in Maryland. But that's a big one.
Anime Verse, the one that they
Anime
started-
Verse too. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
too.
and then the convention that changed its name last year because of copyright issues. What was that one? It was in Pasadena last year. They changed it to like
Isn't that-
Houston
Animeverse or
Weekend.
whatever.
No, Animeverse is the other one.
Oh, gosh,
Are they
dude,
calling
really?
it not the Amazing Houston Comic Con or some shit like that?
So like Houston Weekend Con or something. What they were like they used Anime Fest or something. What did they use? And they had to change their name.
I think it was
Hey.
Anime X. No, it's not Anime X. I don't think so. I'm trying to remember what it is. There was one in February. I do remember there was a convention in Pasadena.
Yeah, they used the back room hall in the back that we used. We used the bigger one in the front. They used the one in the back. So I went to go check that out. I remember that.
Okay. So a little neat feature with Restream. If we turn off our camera, we disappear completely. You can still hear me talk, but I'm a ghost.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
So, what's y'all's favorite con? Okay, we have another question. We will actually let's go ahead and answer that one now. Starting with La Bacon.
Oh, what's up?
What's your favorite con?
What's my favorite con? So I can't choose I can't choose our con, right? That'd be cheating.
You can pick your own con.
No. My favorite con, probably it's San Japan tied with maybe DreamCon, but San Japan last year. I didn't get to go this year, but last year was just that for us was our Super Bowl ending for cons. We went to a ton of conventions last year to promote the first year of BayCon, and in August and September of last year was like our congratulation tour. We did Delta H, we did Anime Houston, and then we did San Japan. And San Japan was the first time me and Drew went. And one, I fell in love with San Antonio, and two, I fell in love with that convention. There were so many things to do, and I felt like not enough time.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of reminds me. One of my favorite conventions, probably not my favorite, but one of my favorite is Ushicon. Because the first time we went there, like we were checking it out, we were there as panelists and press, and it was so small. It was much smaller than I expected it to be. I was like, "Huh, this is tiny." And like to me, I didn't have a lot of panels, so I was like, like a 5 or a 6, you know. And then they bring out like kegs, and they were giving out free beer. And like I'm 5 beers in, this jumped up by 3 points. And it was Dos Equis. It wasn't like piss water like Bud Light or any of that crap. It was Dos Equis. I was like, it's like they knew I was coming.
Stupid.
I know it's like a stupid reason to like.
It's not stupid. It's just like
it's like what the. It's like God, thank you Jesus. And it was free. Like it was free as long as you were 21 and up. So like it was just like. It was great. I loved it. I even read like terrible fan fiction there. It was awesome. It was funny.
Oh no.
Oh, it's such a bad panel. It's
Not
such
that
a horrible
fanfic.
panel.
Oh.
It's a panel that makes you rethink your life choices. But Keyblade, what is your favorite con?
Oh, that's tough. When you go to so many conventions, you can't really pick one that stands out to me. I don't know. There's a lot of them that stands out. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna say I would say Anime Expo. That's one. That's the big one. Obviously, that's a huge one. I do like. That's tough. I still struggle. I'm starting to like Anime Frontier. That's up in Dallas. That's a good one. I'm actually really shocked how well organized it is for its second one. It's going to be its third one this year. And
because it's somebody that runs it, right? It's
the same people that run Anime New York City, which is pretty interesting.
The same people as Anime NYC.
Yeah, same people exactly.
Mm.
I also do like Colossal Con. I enjoyed Colossal Con a lot. Also IkiCon when it was in the old venue, the one that was like around 2016, 2017. Like
you don't like the Kalahari?
No, IkiCon at the Kalahari compared to Colossal, I don't know, man. I mean, they don't take full advantage of the Kalahari.
No, okay.
Iki, which is kind of it's a shame because like Colossal, obviously they have a working agreement with the Kalahari, but I would like to see Icky improve with the Kalahari. I don't know, do like the Rave at the Wave thing. They didn't do that this year, so I'm like, oh, they should have just done that.
Fun. Yeah.
I think we were talking about that we were actually talking about it at the con, and I think we got to talk to one of the staff. Am I supposed to say anything? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. So that's mostly has to do with that's a contract
heck?
thing.
He's like,
Yeah,
let me check my
that's what I'm
NDA
thinking.
real quick.
Let me double check.
Let me read
Let me
my
double-
NDA real quick.
Jesse
No,
has
bro,
all the good stuff.
Like Jesus Christ! So every
Jesse
time I
knows
go
all
to
the
a
good stuff.
convention, like every time people are like, "You want some tea?" I'm like, "Let me get my cup."
I'm gonna read my. I gotta make sure that it's legally. I'm allowed to talk about that right now. Give me a second, guys. Wait, maybe it's on the back. I got
Maybe
this,
it's on the
guys.
back. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't. So I don't sign anything because no NDAs.
That's
please.
smart.
That's very smart because I would.
Sometimes it's dumb though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get sued. I mean, if you try to sue me, I don't have a lot under my name, so if you're gonna sue me for everything I own, probably a lot of debt. But no, I mean that's a contract thing. I think IkiCon tried to do the exact same thing, but they have an exclusive deal with the.
Colossal makes
So
sense.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm
they
thinking.
can't.
Remember?
Yeah, because they did. Someone mentioned that works for IkiCon, like, hey, yeah, they tried to do it. They wanted to do the same thing, but like they're not. They can't offer it. They can't even offer it to do it. So they're like, yeah, no, we have to shut down the fucking water park when it closes.
That's a
Yeah, because
shame.
that's a deal. Like Colossal Con has an exclusive. That's why it's always at a Kalahari, Katamari.
Kalahari.
The
Yeah.
Katamari.
The
Calamari.
Katamari.
The calamari.
The calamari. What's the name of that fish egg stuff that people eat that have too much money on their hands?
Caviar?
Caviar. Okay, I thought. Why did I think it was the same thing? I thought is that called calamari? Is that called caviar? It was caviar. It was
No,
caviar.
calamari is a
Calamari.
fried squid.
I thought calamari was a video game.
Katamari is a video.
That's
Katamari.
calamari.
Calamari.
I mean, it goes to show what I know, right? No, I mean, I dig that. I dig Colossal Con. But yeah, no, I think it'd be interesting to see what IkiCon does with them next year, the calamari. Komori Con, we're gonna call you Komori.
Kalahari.
Kalahari, whatever.
Can't be whatever if we're like in a sponsorship with them.
Konohamaru Con. Konohamaru Con.
Konohamaru.
So what is your so you can't say your con yet because you haven't debuted. So especially this is actually a really good question for you because you did say before we started that can I mention that?
Yeah, sure.
So you did mention that you are an artist vendor, correct?
Yeah.
So with adding to that, what is one of your favorite conventions to not only attend but to work?
Okay, so it's a little bit of a funny story 'cause I'm a little baby con vendor. Anime Houston is actually my first actual convention. I've done a bunch of local shows, but they aren't like conventions. But as an attendee, I'm based in Dallas, so I really liked ACON, going to that. And a lot of my friends actually, they say one of their best run, and I sounds like I'm kissing ass, but I swear I'm not. One of the best run and experience shows is Baycon, just because it's a lot of care has gone into it, really. And then KawaiiCon, KAWA Con, they also like that one a lot. So.
Mm-hmm. So I'm glad so that was going to be one of our questions later on the show. But with that being said, there seems to be people they think I worked with BotCon, so it was my first time there that year. I didn't go the previous year. Cuz I thought this past one was the first one. But so I think it's crazy because I saw you make it. I saw you running around. I saw this not stress, but it was more concern. Okay, we got to make sure everything is running smoothly. We even talked about it like we talked about it on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I mentioned it to you. We talked about it at Delta. Some shit happened in like the prejudging for the cosplay contest. Somebody was being fucking weird, saying all kinds of like fruity pebble shit. I don't know. And like you guys were so swift, man. Those cop dudes ran in there so fast. I almost fucking put my hands. I was like, "Fuck, what did I do?"
Yeah, all of our team had walkie talkies and were able to report things fast in case something happened or situation. I know what you're talking about now when you mentioned it. So it was just it was more like a check. We needed an officer to check on someone because there were some things being said. So we're like, well, let's handle this real quick, real fast. You know, because we want people to feel safe and have a good time here and stuff like that. And me being able to run around and stuff is great. And a lot of it I owe to Drew, because one of Drew's best features and best parts of being a partner with him is he makes sure all our vendors are going really well and they're running smoothly and they are being taken care of. And he's always walking by and asking them any questions if they need anything, what's going on, stuff like that. So he's taking care of all that. And then on the back end, I get to make sure all these other little things are being taken care of. And then we have Cam, who's also on our team, and she's making sure the volunteers and all that's running right. And then all of our volunteer staff, most of them were the second years because they were there the first year, and they knew how to do a couple more stuff. And it was just like a really good staff is what we had that was able to make that machine work so well and handle a situation like that real quick and real easy. So,
Do you think, with that being said, though, do you think as the con? So one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that a con is a moving machine. It has parts. It has gears. It has pedals, brakes, whatever. It's like a car.
Mm-hmm.
So as the vehicle gets bigger, do you feel like it's going to be there's going to be more challenges, especially with the increase in size?
Yes, but we like all of us here, we're con goers, and once you know what it's like to be at a convention that feels like it's not organized. And we never want to feel that way. We want to feel like we're organized all the time, and we want to make sure everyone has some kind of answers to whatever is going on. And everyone, if they don't, they know who to get to, the person that can help them out. So that is something I do fear as we grow, but I want to implement people in my staff, on our staff team, who have shown really great volunteer work, who I'm like, oh, you know what? They'd be good at doing a bigger thing now because they worked with us. And so we'll have more drivers driving the vehicle.
Right. Okay. So to continue on with our topic, because we did get a little off topic, Drew,
Yes.
what is your favorite con?
Yes. So I think when I was younger, for a long time, my favorite con was OniCon in Galveston, and that's kind of the con that me and Bacon first were inspired really by.
Yeah,
we were kind of always inspired by that convention. We've been there so many years, and it's kind of not the same as we've gotten older. It's gotten, I guess, worse, or
So-
it's not as it's lost that magic, I guess, that it used to have.
I think a lot of it has to do with OniCon had a lot of magic to it the first time I went to it, because I went in 2007. That's when it was
Same.
still at the George R. Brown Convention Center. That's right. OniCon had it was my first convention. I didn't even know anime conventions existed. I knew Comic Con existed, but I thought that the San Diego Comic Con was the only Comic Con. So I go to this and it's like walking into fucking Disney World for the first time, and it's amazing. I'm about to break out in song. There are cosplayers of anime characters I've never even heard of. My anime knowledge was based off of whatever the hell was on Toonami.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It was such there was such a mystique to it. But I think once I started getting more backstage knowledge and doing backstage, so panels and work and helping out some of the staff and meeting some staff members, meeting the owners, meeting some of the guests, and I think I saw the magic was more of a that's where the machine comes from. It's a machine, but at the same time, there's people that don't really, I guess, give a shit about it. They're just there, like, hey, look, I'm just here. Like, a lot of panels, when panels run late, there are some cons, not naming any, Matsuri, have that fuck it attitude. They're like, fuck it, it's an hour late. Let them go on. That fucks up everybody. And people badmouth Comic Palooza. If you're 3 minutes late, they cancel your shit. Like, oh, dude, you're 5 minutes late. We canceled your panel. We turned everybody away. We're getting ready for the next one. That sounds shitty on paper. But if you really think about it, because it's such a big operating machine, it has
Well
to be
run.
that way.
Yeah.
Because there's some conventions who would just let up. There would be people, I don't know how, there'll be some panelists who'd be in traffic on their way to their panel, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna be late, and it's like, oh yeah, no worries, take your time, and then just you would see people like attendees like be, and there's like, man, what's taking so long, and they would just turn away, and then they would proceed to it's like nobody came to ours, what the hell, guys, and it'd be like, well, I mean, that's kind of on you. I mean, you're the ones who showed up late.
Yeah, like nobody came to our panel. What the fuck? Well, first off, you shouldn't have named it. What top 10 Pokemon that make the perfect mate?
No panel idea.
It's like somebody's
more.
writing it
Yeah.
down. Top 10
Anime
Pokemans.
Gosh.
that make the perfect mate. Got it.
Oh.
Top 10 fruit.
Top 10 Pokemon that really like peanut butter.
Disgusting.
That sounds
But
like
then-
something it sounds like something you probably see like on BuzzFeed or something like that.
Yeah, no,
Mm.
like at one of the it was at I think it was at Anime Texas. We were throwing that joke out there, like, look, let's acknowledge the elephant in the room. Pokemon fans are the reason why peanut butter sales have gone up by 70%.
Oh my god.
And somebody's like, they did like the
Outrageous.
Pikachu face. They're like, is that for real? I was like, no, it's a joke. Hey, we have a first time. Oh, Pachinko, welcome back, Pachinko. It's been a while. We miss your Pachinko. I like Pachinko. He's very sarcastic.
Anyways, that was my favorite convention growing up.
Was
And then I really liked DreamCon a lot.
Yeah,
And it
I've
felt
heard a lot
really,
about
like,
DreamCon. Yeah,
Inspirational, but now it's like it's
Oh,
untamed. Like it's
so
not.
huge.
They
got
can't.
a shout out for you guys in the comment section, by the way.
It's Megan. Hi, Megan.
Hi, Megan. She's also part of the Baycon staff. She does really well too, and she just moved to the social media staff.
Why aren't they on the show?
She could be on the show.
She could be on the show.
She really wanted to.
You have the link is universal.
Anyways,
go finish your.
yeah. So
Yeah, sorry,
DreamCon,
excited
but
to
it's
be
like
here,
grown so fast, and they just don't have any control of their convention at all. It's very
Ooh, it's
Wild
huge.
West. It's very like I don't know, and anything
Well,
that
wait.
could go wrong has kind of gone wrong, and like
It's very content creator too, right?
You think
yeah.
it could
Well,
be
so that's
like
the great thing. Like
the-
it's very inspirational because it's like Black content creators, right? That's
Yeah.
so cool.
There
And
was
that's so
a-
great, and it's like it grew so big because of that. And their attendees are mostly Black attendees, and it's like it's a con for Black people, and I think it's really cool, and that's sick.
Yeah.
And me and Bacon even were inspired. We're like, why don't we have a con for Hispanics? An anime like it's the same thing.
Why our
We have-
mascot's brown, bro?
yeah, but like,
because
oh, go ahead.
oh, sorry, I was gonna mention that in like I saw like a bunch of DreamCon content from like TikTok and all that stuff. And one thing that kind of surprised me was they had, I don't know if you've seen the movie Holes.
Yes, yeah. They had the.
The kid that played Zero was at DreamCon.
I
and
walked
he actually
past
won like
him.
he
Yo,
won a
that's
he
a
won
cool-
a he won a tournament. I think it was Mortal Kombat. He won a Mortal Kombat tournament wearing a
Powerline.
cosplay of a Powerline
Yeah.
from a Goofy movie.
We walked past him, and I was like, "That's a cool Powerline costume." I looked at Drew, and I was like, "I gotta get a picture of him later." Because I was expecting the con to be as big as last year's, which I think was like 8,000, and it jumped to 50,000. So there was no way I was going to see that guy again.
So I think DreamCon. So I've heard about DreamCon from all my friends. They actually have been encouraging Geeks 5 ever, to make a presence there. So I'm not gonna lie. So we have been getting ourselves out there more. I've been pretty, like, we have been stuck at like the 420 subscriber mark for like 2 years since 2020.
420 specifically, yeah.
Well, yeah, I chose that. I chose that number on purpose because that's literally around the number we're at. But at the same time, this channel is like stoner friendly. Uh, so we are.
Y'all are silly.
Where the fuck was I going with this? Anyways, so we've been stuck
we
on
were
that
we
number
were
for
we were
so
trying
long.
to basically we were trying to build ourselves up more.
420, baby. Uh, so like the last since May, we have now moved past the 500 subscriber mark,
Woo.
and our Instagram followers is we're like 50 something away from 700 now.
Nice.
So I've actually been like, I got off my ass and started putting forth the effort. Uh, I'm gonna pay this company to help us divide our content up into TikTok clips, which is actually helping our TikTok channel now. So this might actually become our full time job starting towards the end of next year.
Nice.
Gotta be sick.
That's right. So
Yeah. So we want to do more, and we couldn't really do this without the people out there who helped us out along the way. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Couldn't
yeah,
have done it
we
without our
appreciate
subscribers, our viewers.
everybody.
Yeah, we do. We may not say it often, but we really do. We really do
Remember
appreciate
the little
you guys.
people. You know, we approved all your panels.
We give you
this year.
hugs, handshakes, and for all that other adult rated stuff, you gotta meet me in the bathroom.
Gosh
Food.
darn it.
I watched you take off your costume in the back. It was good. It was good money.
That was like the guests were like, when did they get a Mexican guest?
We're in Pasadena. It's okay.
It's like we
okay.
flew this guy in
It's
from
okay.
Guatemala this morning.
Don't,
From Guanajuato.
so with but it's amazing. Like we want to like so. Here's the thing: we share a lot of our backstage stuff. So this has to do with KomoriCon. So we invite like, hey, Bacon, do you want to come on the show and talk about Alvin and the Chipmunks? He's like, all right, no, the Alvin Day Fest.
Alvin and the Comic Cons.
Yeah, Alvin and
Alvin
the
Anime
Comic-Con.
Fest, or
Yeah.
as I call it,
And he's
Alvin
like,
AF.
that's right, AF.
Alvin AF.
Alvin
You
as
should have
fuck.
called it like something. You should have had another third, like so it could have been like AAA.
You know what? Just Oh no.
I'm still here.
Okay.
My
Okay.
phone's gonna die, so
Okay.
I'm getting a charger.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess I'll come back to that in a moment.
Anyways,
yeah, no,
my
it's like-
favorite convention is
That's right. We can't. I thought you said it was DreamCon.
No, it was. Okay, and then I attended San Japan last year for the first time, and that became my favorite convention.
We played
Like,
Halo for like 2 hours.
and so I think me and Bacon's favorite convention is San Japan. I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
And like everything was really close, but then yeah, San Japan just inched.
and it was ran well and organized. That's the biggest plus.
And it's a huge con, like
It's so
It's
huge.
Yeah.
yeah. And I made a lot of
That was
connections
actually-
there, which was nice. There's so many.
Yeah.
I met so many other convention owners. The owner of IkiCon, the owner of ChupacabraCon, which those are like over 10 years old each of them. You know, IkiCon's almost 20 years old, I
ChupacabraCon?
think.
Yeah, that sounds
ChupacabraCon.
really cool.
Yeah, I think they're going on their
Okay.
10th year. So
that sounds really cool.
they're like these like really old conventions, and it was like cool. There's
Yeah.
it's like humbling, like and cool just to meet people that are like been doing it for
It's-
so long.
It's crazy, like how many people I've met that are like con owners, vice con chairs, staff, and it's like I've met people that own cons that are no longer around. We've talked about that a lot on the show. We talk about conventions that are no longer here
Rest
because
in peace.
conventions come and go.
Yeah.
There have been some god fucking awful conventions, like
Mm.
Ball Pit Con or what was it, Dash Con? That's what it was called.
DashCon.
DashCon.
And
Dash
then
Con, there was.
and meanwhile also too there's also been great conventions too that unfortunately have bit the dust because of different factors, finances, low attendance, like for example like MegaCon in Louisiana. How that was a big convention and then it's gone, unfortunately. I think it's called MegaCon, I believe it is. No, it's probably
There was there's a couple other ones. There was AllCon. No, not AllCon. I'm sorry.
not
ApolloCon.
MegaCon, my bad. I'm sorry.
ApolloCon. It was ApolloCon. Thank you for the comment, by the way, Ellie. We really appreciate you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But there was ApolloCon, which they would feed you during the con like actual food. Like it was
Actual
amazing.
food.
Yeah, no, it was
I like
like
the way you say it too.
like there were people just in the like there was a con suite and there were people in there the entire time just cooking all weekend, and it was like the way grandma used to make it food. Like, oh Jesus Christ, it's supposed to. And every time I
Yeah.
eat food, like anytime I eat food at a regular convention, I feel guilty. Look at all these. I actually want to make a TikTok video like with the sad song. You know, for just $1 a day, you can feed these hungry weebs. Call now
I like that.
and donate. One power bar can keep them from living off of sugar packets and water.
That's a good one. Uh,
I mean,
really-
tell me I'm wrong. How many times have you seen a cosplayer walk out with a $500 figure, but they can't afford a $2 McDouble?
hey, you gotta make the sacrifice somewhere.
We gotta
Look,
make the
Priorities.
sacrifices.
Priorities, bro.
Yeah, you're talking to me and Drew, and we both come from a background of card games. And I've sat there back in my college days where I have $5, and I was like, dude, I can get me a hot spicy, some fries, and a drink,
You can buy a pack,
Or-
baby.
or I could buy a pack and pull that card, and I can sell it. I'm not gonna sell that card. I'm gonna either use it or trade it to get other cards.
Yeah, you never sell the cards that you say you're gonna sell for
You
food.
never sell it.
Yeah, I still have my Ancient Mew Pokemon card that I said I was going to sell. It was from Pokemon 2000, the movie.
Mhm.
I sold all my Pokemon cards at the first
Jesus
Houston
Christ.
TCG con in Galveston 2 years ago or a year ago. I made
Mm-hmm.
about $2,000. I was like, done.
Nice.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
so-
still got some Pokemon cards too from it was from the new Pokemon movie that came out a few years ago. It was a Pokemon I Choose You, and it had like the Pokemon card of Ash's Pikachu with the Ash's hat.
Nice.
And then there was a theater that was shutting down near me, and they're like, "All right, guys, we're trying to like get rid of our stuff. So if you guys want something, y'all can bring them." And I'm like, "Okay." And then I walked there, and it turns out they had like a bag full of them, and I took them all. I was like, "Hey, you know."
That's
Can't say no.
good.
Okay, so now that Komori's back, I actually wanted to bring this up because I stopped the story, but you had to step away. So I was talking to Bacon. We were talking about coming. Hey, you want to come on the show? Like, we don't have anything planned. We're just going to do a regular episode because the last 3 weeks have been Power Rangers. Then we did the Jason David Frank special, and then we did the San Japan, which turned into a special for some reason. And then and I shit you not, it wasn't even planned as a special. It was just supposed to be just a regular review of San Japan, and then it turned into, well, this con, in this panel at San Japan, there was a guy that walked up in there looking like Ned Flanders, asking, "Has anyone here actually talked to a girl before?" And then as soon as you started asking those kind of questions, half the panel walked out, like at once, like not one at a time, not subtly. They just got up and ran. Like,
Yeah, we're out of
so
here.
I need to know what this panel was because I need to attend it because I heard it was bad. Not to shame anybody, I don't shame other panelists, but with that being said, I was like, hey, Bacon, do you want to be on the show to talk about the con because the con is coming up soon? He's like, yeah. Hey, I met another convention that's having their first year. Can they be on the show? And I was literally like, fuck it, let's do it. Like literally, like there was no thought process behind it. Like, fuck it, bring them on.
Yeah,
The
I
more
mean,
the
hey, the
merrier.
more the merrier, and it also helps. It like kill two birds one stone. It promotes them, and it helps us too. You know, helps. It benefits everybody. You know,
Right, it does because like it kind of helps spread our awareness and also helps spread their awareness. If we can help KomoriCon get at least 10 fans, like I'll consider that a win.
Mhm.
Because like every little it counts. Like once that ball starts rolling,
it's like
it snowballs.
yeah, it's like that. It's like that analogy. It's like, oh, every penny counts. You know, when you try to spend money and all that stuff, like every penny counts. Or like every person counts.
I honestly thought, Sonic, you were going to mention something about it's like the Juggernaut. Once it starts running, it's like, I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
No,
It's like
although that would have been a good analogy.
Year 2 was like that for us. Like we just have these randos that we didn't even know any. You know, it's like first year was like people we knew everybody. You know, it was like our friends and like friends of friends. And then like year 2 was just random people from the internet knew who we were and we're like, oh, it's kind of cool. And then people that we like didn't really meet, but they knew who we were from the con would come up to us at other conventions and were like, "Oh my god, it's Bacon!"
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that was the weirdest part after the first one and the second one. Now is people
Nero, I
are
was like,
coming-
"Did you know those people?" And then Bacon would be like, "No, I didn't know
No.
those people.
But-
They just knew. How did they
with
know who
that-
I was?" And he was in
So-
cosplay too, I think. Like,
I was Sailor Moon. Yeah,
yeah.
I forgot. I was Sailor Moon.
It's like that. It's like that meme thing where it's like when you get like more than 10 people watching or like at your cons, like how to handle fame. It's like,
with that being said, though, like you guys, and this is kind of like we want to, like I'm asking, Bacon and Drew at questions because to kind of like we want to help Komori Con definitely grow. We want them to be successful. We want them to not make the same mistakes other conventions make. Matsuri.
Oh my god.
I fucking cannot stand anime
We
Matsuri.
won't have any allegations. I promise.
Fuck that convention. No, first off, I'm still pissed off at them about the whole Nazi thing.
that too.
rightfully
fuck
so.
Like that shit, and like I'm gonna just tell everybody that shit involved Geeks 5 ever because we got accused of that shit. And
just before you continue, Goku, I know people are out there who already heard the story, but we're gonna keep talking about it.
no, for real, because like people need to know, like
yeah, because there could be first timers here. Just keep them.
because with that being said, like the convention scene is constantly gaining new followers. People have kids; those kids become of age, and they become the children are the future cosplayers of our community. They're the future nerds, the future geeks, the future content creators, the video game programmers. They are the They are the ones that are going
writers,
to
future
writers,
photographers, yeah.
artists, photographers, the con staff, all of that. And like it's important that they're in a state like with Geeks 5 ever getting bigger, like there's always some fucking dickhead making up bullshit about us and saying this and that. Like we don't even bother addressing them. For one, nobody fucking buys it because I have a pretty good reputation of being look, my reputation is that I'm stupid, not a scumbag.
It's like,
That's crazy because I heard you were a stupid scumbag. That's wild.
It's like, would you rather be a scumbag or stupid?
Hey, who are you calling scumbag? No, but with so like we need to get down to, like I said, we were going to get down to the hard hitting questions, the nitty gritty. We want to know, Komori-Con, do vampires poop?
Well, I don't think so. Based on my research, okay, based on academic literature, as I've discovered, I don't think they do. I don't think they do.
So you hear it here, folks. Vampires don't shit. So if they shit their pants, they're not a vampire.
If you want to debate with us, you could let us know.
Going back to what you mentioned earlier about having us on the show, we're very honored to be here. I'm supposed to be here, but she's not. It's okay. This is the first, like, I guess, almost press kind of thing that we've done because right now we only have our Instagram page, and that's not popping. We're getting it going. We're getting our website going. We're getting our social media presence going. We're currently onboarding actually a social media person because, like you mentioned before, it really is just like a full-time job to post things on social media. And like as showrunners, we don't really have time for that. So we are getting someone to do that, and everything's going really smoothly. I will have to go in like 20 minutes. So any questions? Any questions?
Yeah.
Now?
Okay. Let's go ahead and shoot them out. So have y'all figured out what guest wise?
Yeah, sure. So we are currently considering VTubers. We were briefly considering voice actors, but we don't really know how much like college kids care about, especially English dub voice actors, which are all we can afford right now. And I think because we grew up with like Crunchyroll, and that has subs at our fingertips, so we didn't have to like pirate dub versions. We still pirate stuff, but it's a lot more accessible now.
Yeah.
So I don't know how like into English voice actors our population will be. So we probably aren't going to go the voice actor route. We are considering the VTuber route though, because that is pretty big. We're in talks with 2 different like what are they called? Like collectives of VTuber company. I don't know. Trying to get maybe 1 or 2. And we do have a like whole room dedicated just for like panels and like speakers if we have them, or VTubers if we have them. So we are considering, or we are going to open
panel applications if y'all are interested.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
no, we are going to sign up. If I could make a recommendation,
Sure.
because I have to acknowledge our cosplaying queen
Cosplays.
as a cosplay guest. I mean, just throwing it out there,
Oh,
cosplay guest.
if you're wondering why we do that, it's a wrestling thing. So just for
It's a wrestling
context,
thing.
in
So
case you're
Roman
wondering
Reigns
what's
is
going on,
the world champion, and you have to
Yeah.
acknowledge the tribal chief.
You have to acknowledge. When we acknowledge people, we just do the thumbs,
Yeah, we do
the ones.
So we started actually getting parts of the community to do that to her. Someone even yelled, "It's the queen!" at one of the contests. So yeah, we're just throwing it out there. We recommend Ed cosplay. She's amazing. She does some really good cosplays, and she's
Yeah.
won. She's actually so we're gonna. It's part of our announcement later on. So we haven't announced this officially,
Mhm.
but Geeks 5 Ever is doing awards. Like I think we're doing 2 or 3 awards at the end of the year.
The Geekies.
'Cause that's all I can
That's a
afford.
tentative name. The Geekies.
That's all I can afford. Those fucking belts are not cheap.
Yeah, so we'll go into detail about it later. But
So you
for
talk
now.
okay. So you're talking to some guests, which is one thing. There are some local Houston guests, local Texas guests. Like you have John Gramillion, who is the voice of Gentle Criminal. You have
Chuck Huber.
fuck, John's the only one. Yeah, Chuck Huber. You have Stephanie. You have several people that like they're really cool. Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt still in Texas?
Yeah.
Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Wait,
Chris
no. Wait, I'm
Chris
thinking of
Patton.
Chris
Patton.
Sabat. I'm thinking of Chris Sabat.
Chris Patton, Chris Sabat. That's Vegeta, All Might. Let's see who else would it. There's a lot of them out there
There's
too.
a lot more
And some,
Dallas.
I will
more
put
Dallas based.
I will put like $200 if you bring Jenna.
Jenna Frank.
Jenna?
Jenna is the daughter of Jason David Frank, who is the original Green Ranger. Because she's going to be in the movie Legend of the White Dragon, the last project that Jason David Frank was in.
Okay. I can't guarantee we'll look into it, but we'll consider it.
I'll donate. I mean, if y'all, I'll donate. So we are working. So that's something if y'all also want to be a part of next year. That's if y'all would like to be a part of that. We are doing something with her for Legend of the White Dragon. It's going to be a huge, especially with the Power Ranger community, and it's like it's a good chance to promote the conventions, especially with that because she is like people are like petitioning for her to be the one to take up the mantle as the Mighty Morphin Green Ranger, and she wore the suit for the first time the other day to visit. I think it was it was a Make a Wish kid.
Yeah, it was for a charity.
I saw that video.
Yeah, and it was
So
really
it's
cool for
definitely-
her to do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
she would be a great fitting, to carry on.
Oh, so look, we even have recommendations. Look, they're already throwing recommendations
Yeah.
at you.
Deacon
You gotta
wrap,
get
see,
the
that's
wraps.
one.
You got to get the bacon wraps.
No.
Yeah, Deacon
Deacon
wraps.
wrap.
You can get Deacon wrap. You get
Deacon.
short stacks. You
Deacon.
got.
Oh my god, I can't believe I saw him the first day and I didn't see him again at San Japan and it sucked. I really want to
Love Decon.
Anyways, I went
Uh,
to San Japan this year and it was so good, but I went as a vendor. It was different than I was not an attendee. I was vending, and so like it was just like a different experience, but it was still
Yeah.
great. I still really enjoyed the con. Like I don't know, still a good time.
Okay, that's actually you brought up a good point, and I'm gonna ask. Oh, look, they're even pitching Porcelain Doll. There's a lot of
Porcelain
cosplayers,
doll.
that-
A lot of
a
potential.
lot of great talent. So
yeah.
if you ever like
some.
need some like a list or something of people that we would
We got
recommend,
you. Yeah,
we got you. I'll I guess I don't know. I'm trying to get Johnny on the show. He hasn't answered my text yet. So with that being said, though, as an artist alley vendor, or what is the actual proper term for that? I know it's called artist alley, but what do you call you're still a vendor, right?
It just
Yeah,
depends.
I would say so.
Sometimes it's vendor hall or
You're an art
Dealer.
dealer. Make it sound dirty.
I sell
Exhibitor.
clothes.
Hey man,
Yeah,
I got some prints,
exhibitor.
man.
Exhibition
need?
hall sometimes.
Exhibition.
Hey,
Exhibition hall.
Yeah,
hey,
it's
you
called
got
the
you got
exhibition
some
hall
of them. You got some of them Sonic prints, man, or some pins.
You got them Sonic lewd prints, please.
I sell clothes. No Sonic.
No, because SJ commissioned some lewd art, and I saw it, and I almost walked out of that.
There
convention.
was somebody I know. He is he's like a college friend of mine. So he went to a furry convention and he showed me like, hey, he's like, oh, you want to see what I got? I'm like, sure. And there were half of the stuff. I'm like, you're not gonna hang half of those in your house, right? Like, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. But maybe when I own my own house, I'm like, okay, just for the record, if I ever, I don't know,
I'm gonna
dude.
hang them from outside the house. Thank you very much. So with that being said, though, like, and this is a really tough question to answer. So if you can say pass if you would like, but what is one thing that you feel like you would bring to the table when it comes to conventions? And the reason why I say that, like, it can be anything. It could be entertainment. It could be like, as far as artists go, we can treat them better, or dealers go, we can treat them better, or panelists, we can treat them better. It can be anything. But the reason why I say that, because we're in a flux right now of conventions. The business is booming right now with brand new
Yeah.
conventions, and you guys are definitely now going to be on the map. You're going to be, and people are going to like come and check you out, and like, and then. With that being said, like, how do you like personally? What is something that you feel like you're going to do that's going to make you guys maybe a safer place, a better convention, just overall,
Yeah.
like compared to like some of the bigger cons, like I guess OniCon, or yeah,
First is our
nothing
like
against OniCon,
accessibility. Yeah, first
accessibility.
of all, accessibility to just college kids because a lot of us can't drive or they can't drive far, and there aren't actually very many conventions in Austin that are within driving distance. I mean, IkiCon, ClassiCon, but
Yeah.
those are in the summer, so those aren't like, or except for IkiCon. But a lot of the cons are in the summer, and we go home for the summer, so we're not here to go to the Austin
RTX
one.
and all that stuff.
But
Yeah.
IkiCon
Yeah.
for a while was during like winter break, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was literally like New Year's weekend, and
I know it's different now. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's our biggest thing is just accessibility for college campus. Even as we expand, I don't see us moving too far from UT just to keep that.
Your mic cut off.
Oh, no.
oh,
Sorry. And also, like you mentioned,
It's
I
okay.
just think we can do Artist Alley like better than most cons because that's my priority as an Artist Alley vendor. I want to make sure my people are taken care of. I know Drew knows what I'm talking about.
I know
So
what you're talking about.
I feel very
I'm sorry.
strongly about I feel very strongly about having a great experience, not only for attendees, but for the people who are vending. And I have, again, with experience with that, I know what makes that happen. Like smooth loading, smooth loading, just communication throughout the entire thing, having a map beforehand. You'd be shocked at the number of cons that don't give out maps beforehand.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I think because they're trying to like go with the
Save.
app now.
hmm However, the problem is sometimes with the app, you would have to like the signal, depending on what service you have, the signal can either be hit or miss. Like for example,
And
like for
like,
me,
Yeah.
I have T-Mobile, and when I go to like San Antonio, sometimes like the inside the convention center at the Gonzales, it would just cut off, and you'd be like, man, there's like nowhere.
Yeah, you gotta
I'm
have
going.
AT&T like me.
Yeah, you have to have like
Yeah.
a strong yeah.
Yeah, so that's definitely our biggest draw. And I think just the culture, just having a young, vibrant culture. Like you said, we're entering the workforce, we're entering these communities. We're going to have money to spend. And the best thing about college kids is we have shallow pockets, but we also have no impulse
we
control.
we
So,
we
so
po.
yeah.
I'm not even a college kid, and I'm po. I'm not even poor. I'm so poor I can't afford the full word. I'm just po. So no, because like it's amazing to see like so many cons come up, and like we want everyone to like. I do want all the cons to be successful, but there's a lot. There's a fuck ton, and my wallet's like no more. Like, cálmate.
And then when you're about to spend money, and you'll be like, I'm not finished with the wallet.
I'm not finished with you,
Try to-
wallet. It's right. Get up.
Actually, you know what? Maybe that's probably why sometimes when you wake up and you see a wallet in a different spot than when you put it there that night before, because it's trying to run.
Ya no más.
Yeah,
Well,
no
like-
más, por favor.
Yeah, no, I'm
Shot.
always in the fucking negatives. No, I'm not even gonna lie. Because everything costs money. But with the convention, so you guys, y'all still have a long way to go. Obviously, you still have you have until February.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, do you feel like there's a lot of pressure on you now? Like just to
Pressure, I don't
kind of
know.
deliver.
Also, I think Hunming's here, so if you could
Yeah,
let
I
her
was
in.
gonna wait. So the way we do is we like in the middle of a question, we give you a chance to answer, and then we introduce them. But let's bring them on in
Hi.
anyway, because they're in the backstage area. They're behind the curtain.
The green screen, the green room.
How do you say
Hanming.
Hanming? Hanming.
Yes. Hanming, yeah.
Welcome,
Hello.
Hanming.
Hi.
Hi, I'm so
Hello.
sorry about being late, guys.
No,
Thanks
you're
for waiting
fine.
for me, though. And it's Han Ming, like Han Solo. It's great.
Oh,
Han
humming.
Ming.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was gonna say it fast, and it was gonna sound like humming. I was like, no, it can't. Don't say that. Don't butcher it. It's like humming, like
It's-
hummingbird.
It's pretty good. It's pretty close. A lot of people do that. So, yeah. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for waiting.
Yeah, welcome.
We thank you for joining us. We're excited to have you guys talk about y'all's first year. We've actually asked some like really good questions. We talked about the culture, being poor.
Yeah, I really felt that. That's what we're working on right now. Actually, we're in our fundraising process. I don't know what you guys talked about already, but we're in our fundraising process.
Okay, I guess I can ask this
Yeah.
question because I know you Komori's we were Emily, but we were calling her Komori because she was here, the only one here for a while. So with that being, there's a lot of conventions. So I'm gonna repeat the same question. There's a lot of conventions popping up.
Mm-hmm.
This has happened before. We had a boom of anime conventions. We had Animix, we had Anime CTX, we had Anime Overload, we had Kamikaze Con, we had YuoCon, we had several other conventions I can't think of the names of. We had an abundance of anime conventions.
Chaotic
year
Freedom
round.
Con.
I was just thinking that one. I was just thinking Chaotic Freedom.
Dick
KFC.
Swinging Battle Royale Con.
I didn't go to that one.
F099 con.
So there
You
was
get the invite?
so there's a lot of conventions, and then there are non-anime conventions. You have you have one that's called Alcon. This is just tabletop gaming.
Mm-hmm.
You had ApolloCon, which was sci-fi and horror. You have
That's what
several horror
Chupacabra Con
conventions.
is. It's like
Chupacabra.
tabletop. Yeah.
Chupacabra Con. You had
Chupacabra.
you have, believe it or not, you have bondage cons. You have adult cons. BDSM.
You've been to
cons.
those. I haven't been to those, but
I worked
know
at a
you've been.
hotel. I worked at a
Oh.
hotel that hosted one.
Not the hotel that hosted.
Oh,
the
yeah,
bar.
Oh, it was a nightmare. I quit.
Yeah, there's a lot of conventions, where it's like even conventions dedicated to like a fandom, like obviously My Hero Con, and there's a Kamea Con, that Dragon Ball convention, and apparently I found out there was a convention dedicated to Kingdom Hearts that's happening this year. I'm
There's
like,
okay, and Super Hulock. That's like a big one.
Super Hulock, Sonic Expo, that's happening this year too.
No, for real.
It's a Sonic the Hedgehog. Yep.
Yeah, there is.
No.
It's actually, I think Sonic's going to go representing Geeks 5 over this year.
Don't go to that, guys.
Why not?
His name you blade Sonic.
Don't go.
He's even got his microphone's blue. He's got a Sonic keychain. His room's blue.
Put the blue song from.
We even call him in the intro. He's the Texas gaming hedgehog.
So anyway,
with that being said, this has happened before. We had an abundance of cons. Everybody wanted to start a convention, and then we had a crash. Suddenly, we went from a con every 2 weeks to maybe 6 really known cons, 6 really well-known conventions a year. Some smaller conventions that survive, but not really a big audience.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like, and I don't mean to put you on the spot or anything like that, but this is one of those questions where people are just wondering, do you feel like some kind of pressure because there's so many cons right now?
Honestly, I don't think we do. Maybe it's because we're new to the scene, or we're pretty young. I feel like we're pursuing this due to a lot of personal reasons and stuff like that. So we're really excited just to be here and do it for the people we care about, more so than like competing against other cons, if that makes sense. Like, I'll be happy if people show up. I'll be happy if I get to do the things I love. Emily loves selling art. I love attending cons, and I really like planning things, and I love cosplay. So all of these things are more for like us and the people who will go and support us than it is for like competing and finding a place of our own, And because we're tailoring a little bit towards UT, I think we have a little bit of a good target audience. So we're hoping that'll help us out a little. But yeah, I don't think it's necessarily a competition or a feeling of not being.
Emily.
I think
What's up?
less than a competition, but it's more motivating to almost see these kind of bad cons because I'm like, I could do it better. We could do it better. And a lot of these are not coming from a place of like really great attitude. A lot of them are cash grabs. I don't know if you know the whole drama with Con Live, but oh my God, they're really not coming from a great place. But I truly believe that ours, we're so passionate about it. We're still putting so much work and effort into this, bring this to a community that doesn't really have a whole lot of exposure to it. It's honestly more of like a normie con because
Yeah.
of the audience we're targeting. So getting to expose people to something so great and so like a culture, like a part of our culture is really exciting.
Yeah, I want to add to Goku's question about that, and especially you brought up earlier how like some of these conventions are mostly cash grabs. Do you think that your convention would be a sense of like when people be like talk about, oh, I could have done this better, I could have done this part better of the convention? Would this be a sense of like, oh, would you put your money where your mouth is, and would that be like, would you feel that kind of like feeling, or is this like, all right, don't worry, we got this, we're very confident what we're gonna bring to the table, and is that something you feel
Yeah,
confident in?
I do feel pretty confident. I'm not gonna lie, I do feel pretty confident. I have a great like support system, it's like a like network of artists that I mean, we all like complain about bad cons and stuff. So I know firsthand, what not to do, at least on the artist alley part, what not to do. And it's really insightful. And also, I'm just so type A. I don't think it, all my things are so detailed. For both of us, we're just so detailed with everything. It's hard for something to like slip by us, which is a bold claim, but yeah.
I do have another question for you. I was just trying to. Yeah. So, okay, actually, that you brought up a good point because you're talking about the culture. You're talking about being artists. So, not gonna say I'm gonna put this out there. I'm not gonna say it's 100% confirmed nor deny. But do you feel like the word around the streets is the fact that some conventions, not all, but like a handful, are starting to treat their artists like shit? I guess is the best way to put it. Like because some conventions are now like you're fucking anime Matsuri put people on the third floor with no fucking signs or anything like
Yeah,
that.
and I was like, that's honestly one of the big ones. Is that not only do they put people on the third floor, and now they're raising prices again, but it's not justified because like I think they're gonna be on the third floor again next year. I don't know exactly about that, but
So they are
yeah,
gonna put them. So based on what I've heard, because they have a fucking mall. Yeah, they're raising the prices and they're putting you on a very. They're like the location is just gonna be the same. It's gonna be just as shitty as before.
yeah, exactly. And they're almost like they're over 500. They're probably gonna be over $500 for an artist alley table. An artist alley table, which that's crazy. That's an exhibit like 10 by 10 booth. Like we don't pay $500 for an artist alley table. Um, so there's definitely a lot of audacity, I think, in the con scene from a lot of showrunners. Like,
But do you
you can't
feel
really justify it.
like okay, but with inflation, with not just anime Matsuri, but all cons, just raising their prices overall. Uh, like I've heard like not just artist alley vendors, like dealers, like at a lot of the cons, they're not doing as well as they used to because the prices are going up. Like the real estate sucks. Like no one knew I was back here because there's no lights. It's leaking water. There were raccoons and possums. What the
Not the
fuck,
raccoons.
not the raccoons. Uh, but like a lot of like with BotCon, everything was kind of central. Everything was like there was no way you couldn't see like every vendor going through that convention. There was no possible way. Did he freeze or is my computer fucking up?
What?
Bacon.
Oh, yeah, he froze.
I thought all y'all froze
Oh.
until like y'all
Oh, yeah,
blinked.
I'm sorry.
Y'all are so good at standing still. I can't.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's hard to tell.
I've been
Yeah.
working on it for a couple of days.
Um. So like, yeah. Obviously, there are some.
Oh,
Not
thank you, by the
not all
way,
the
for all the praise. Y'all don't have to. You don't have to do all that, but thank you.
I mean, y'all allowed me to go on stage and talk shit, so I will praise you. No, I mean I didn't do all that. I kind of not. I kept it PG. But with that being said, no, I mean, do you feel like that is that no not feel, but do you is that would that be you kind of mentioned it before, but is that part of the reason why like hey we want to provide a convention or a service because anime conventions are fun. Anime conventions are an escape. They're a safe haven, right? But they're still at the end of the day a service
A business.
or a business because you are catering to the people that are there, the guests, the attendees, the vendors, the artist alley, the people that provide the shows, like whether it's burlesque or sleeping or I forgot what it's called, sleeping samurai, lazy samurai, something like that. Uh, so like with that being said, like is that like, and this is kind of more directed towards Sorry, I
You
need to
just call
say
me Han. Yeah, like Han Solo. That's
Hanming. So I
Han,
have to
yeah,
say it
Han,
5 times
yeah.
because I'm dyslexic. I have to say it five
no,
times.
it's
Wow.
totally okay. I get it. You just call like Han Solo. Han is fine. It's pretty.
So
Yeah.
with that being said, like, is that kind of the reason why, like, because we kind of talked about it in the beginning, you weren't here, but I wanted to get your perspective on it. Like, yeah, that's like that because when I talked to Yukon years ago, they only lasted 2 years, and the guy flat out told me that this is a business. He's doing it to make money. All he cared about.
Yeah. So in regards to the business aspect of it, obviously, like working with Emily, our first priority has always been our artist alley and our vendors, and working to create a space where they can buy and sell has been our prime. Like, part of it stemmed from a frustration of feeling a lack of good art in our community, and then secondly, I think our bottom line has never been to make money. We like had this conversation multiple times. Our goal is to break even, and that's as long as we break even, we'll be happy. We do a lot of volunteer work as college students, and honestly, volunteer work that I enjoy and am proud of is much better than volunteer work scrubbing somebody's stain out of a like a hospital blanket. So
That's very
um
specific.
yeah, no, we're pre-med students, so like
Oh, okay.
there's a very
I was like, that's
unique
oddly.
there's a very unique brand of like slave labor volunteering that we have to do. So planning a con, getting to network and meet so many wonderful people, like Bacon and the rest, has really been really rewarding. And so our bottom line has never been to really make a profit or cut costs, but instead to make sure that we're providing a space for people and trying to be as fair as possible, and then just have fun. I want to see like a VA. I want to be able to buy things. I love spending money at cons, and if I can, I will. And having that space that I created and so close to home is really important and rewarding for us in the end. So,
Yeah.
although we do joke that if we make enough money, we'll quit being like if we make the same kind of money Matsuri does, we'll quit being doctors. Like.
Wait. Whoa. Did you
You
just
might
put?
want to.
You might need to rephrase that sentence because you just put Matsuri and make money in the same sentence.
Oh, do they not? I'm not entirely sure on the exact connotations of.
We have a private chat. We have a private chat.
God dang it.
Yeah, you might want to.
Oh, I'll rephrase that.
Yeah, just
Oh.
it's okay.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, if we make money event planning, we'll quit doing this. But until then, secondary. But
Welcome
we're doing
to
this as
Jesse's
a
tea
side.
time.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, until
What
then,
did
it'll
you
be.
do today? Interesting.
So I used to. We'll get into that now, but yeah, no, it's kind of it's really cool to hear about like because when I first started coming to conventions, I always thought that the owners cared about the cons. They wanted to do it because they loved it. They loved the fans because without the audience, without the fans, without the people, there is no convention. There is no Houston, Texas, Dallas Cowboys, Astros, Rockets, Spurs. There is no WWE. There's no UFC. There's no San Diego Comic Con. There's no Marvel movies. There's no Geeks 5 ever. There's no BaCon. There's no Komori Con. There without the fans, the people. There is nothing because the people make up like every business when it comes to it. Whether you're retail, whether you're entertainment, doesn't matter. The people are there. And you need them. You have to make sure that they're taken care of, make sure they're happy, make sure. And then the vendors, because I've always said this during our panels, not during our panels, during our podcast. The heart and soul of conventions are the panels, the events, the cosplay show, the fan panels,
they're pretty much the blood of
hentai.
like basically
They
like
are the lifeblood. The brains is the owner, the con chair. The foundation is the volunteers, and the you breathe air, and then the oxygen, like the lungs is like the vendors, the dealers, the artists. It is a body. It is a working body.
It's like making a body. It's crazy.
Because without the volunteers, you're not going to have a very successful con. That's why they are the foundation of the convention. You treat the volunteers like shit, they will walk out.
Mm-hmm.
They will walk out like every one of my relatives working at the Home Depot. Fuck this, I'm out.
Oh, sorry guys.
What are y'all doing in that chair?
My bad.
Were you doing a different analogy somewhere else, Drew? And you're explaining why spaghetti was important?
Yeah, spaghetti.
I was gonna say, what is
like
that?
the life of a convention.
But when it comes to okay, so actually we didn't ask this question yet. So the convention, is it going to be a 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, 4 days, a week?
2 months. What's going on? What's it look like?
So for just this first year, we're doing a 1 day convention, kind of almost like a proof of concept. Make sure it runs smoothly. Rather put all of our effort into making 1 day great than trying to, make 2 days work. And then as it grows, we hope to go to 2 days and move to a convention center or a hotel. And yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, that seems to be like the new model now for like a lot of brand new conventions. We're gonna do a 1 day. We're gonna get our feet wet, and then we'll go from there. We'll see how it goes.
We also
And
can't
then-
afford a venue for 2 days, so that also that means a lot. So
I mean, we can get Anime Matsuri to pop out that checkbook.
If they could sponsor us, okay.
You know what? You're not
Maybe-
so bad.
Don't get in bed with them. Don't get in bed with them. No.
Like it's like, you know what?
Ask them
I'll
what
never
happened
let you
to.
sponsor us.
Ask them what happened to Planet Zero. Is that what it was called? Right.
Yep.
Yep. R.I.P.
That place wasn't that great anyway. But with that, what is the most excited? What is the thing you're most excited about for the your first year? Your baby. This is your baby. You're literally creating. This is like creating life. Like this is gonna be your baby. This is gonna like
So
you
true.
are going into there, and you are taking a chance, and you are like, I'm excited for y'all because this is a new con. It's like I'm so happy. Like y'all have no idea how happy I am. Y'all did not do May. Y'all didn't do June, July,
Ouch.
August, fucking
Wow.
September.
Wow.
There-
All right.
Yeah.
That's kind of rude.
Hey.
I
hey,
mean, well,
hey.
let's with all due respect, because especially they're a small con, because for a lot of small cons, especially their first year, starting off in the summer, sometimes it could be pretty risky. You know what I mean? Like, because sometimes you may like a lot of people have like different factors. Summer vacations, they may have to do trips and all that stuff, and you could be like lost in the shuffle. But if you do it in a month where not many people are, known to go to conventions, and if you go like, hey, maybe I decided to go to a convention in the spring, man, I wish there was some in the spring. Well, this is your opportunity, and it could help out. I mean, you capitalize on that.
By the way, I only throw shade at BalCon because it's the only convention, the only one where I was sober all day.
Our program coordinator, he was like, hey, who's supposed to, it was your second panel, because I think you had one early and then you got like a 2-hour break, and he's like, who's supposed to do this one? I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's Jesse. He's the guy in the back in the green room, all his costume off, eating food and just sweating. That's him. He's like, is he gonna be okay? I was like, he's gonna be just fine. He's a performer. We just don't accept everybody at Baycon.
As long as he got food,
I
he's
vet
good.
panelists, and that guy is a performer, and he knows when the light comes on, when it says showtime, he's gonna perform. And then Scott, our program coordinator, he came back. He goes, he looked dead, but as soon as he got in that room, performed.
That's right. I'm in the back. I'm looking myself in the mirror. I'm like, and I'm all like, I hate my fucking life. Fuck
You're all
this
8 Mile in the
place.
back, mom spaghetti.
Fuck this show.
Mom
Fuck
spaghetti.
you, bacon. Fuck you, bacon. Oh, it's time.
Let's showtime. Let's do this thing.
Showtime. Let's do this. Leroy Jink. And I get all pumped and hype. And no, I was like, no, I was dead because I worked Delta until 4 in the
Delta.
morning.
Yeah.
I worked Delta until 4 in the morning. I didn't get into bed till 6. I woke up at 9 to be at the show early. Because like that's how punctual we are. I was running on like since from Wednesday until that Sunday morning, I was running on 10 hours of sleep in total. So like I was dead, and I was sober for the entire BalkCon. Like the entire time I was there, not a sip, no edibles, nothing. So
Tears, good to hear. Good to hear.
I'm glad.
Because every time I'm like, I need a drink, I need a drink, I need a drink. Here comes Bacon would come around the corner like the Jesus meme, like.
Oh, God, we're gonna have to have an intervention panel at like 8 p.m.
Jesse, are you sober? Like, Jesse, we love you. That's why we're here. I'm sober, damn it. You can at least wait till I get a couple in me. No, but with that being said, like, as a panelist, I appreciate like every convention that gives us a chance. And I really like look forward to working at the convention that you guys have this year. It's gonna be I know that it's gonna be great, it's gonna be fun. With that being said, we are bringing new panels. So there was a panel at Delta where it was just a rock paper scissors competition. So I was like, how do I steal that and make it better? And don't feel bad, everyone. Panelists steal from each other.
Yeah.
I know there's a few that have stolen my panels. I was like, how do we make that better? How do we improve it? How do we get everyone involved? So I was watching Dragon Ball with my daughter, and she's like, Pokemon. She's staring at the screen, Pokemon, Pokemon. I'm like, Zelda, that's not Pokemon. But it was the Tournament of Power arc. I was like, huh. That would be an interesting concept.
The Tournament of Poke Power.
Well, actually, we're creating a brand new panel that's called the Anime Tournament of Power. And it's going to be like representatives from each anime franchise go in a battle royale of rock paper scissors, and every anime, like they have a team, everyone eliminated from that team, that anime is wiped out from existence. Like, oh, Yu Hakusho has lost all 10 of its members. They are wiped out. Cancel. Instead of wiped out, that we say cancel. Bleach, cancel. Sailor Moon, cancel. So that is one thing. Yeah, no, I that's why I'm trying to like wrap it up. Actually, that's why I was getting to like my point. So with that, like, yeah, we really look forward to working with you. Like, we really look forward to but yeah, so do y'all have any advice? Let's get some advice from the great Baconator. I made him get up. He's all like,
No. I'm good.
So what is some advice you would give to our brand new con chairs?
So we had a meeting with them about 2 weeks ago with y'all, right? Me and Drew met with y'all about 2 weeks ago. One thing I don't know if Emily got to tell you after you got off. I was like, one thing I like to remind people, especially because I come from event planning and coordinating and stuff like that, and Drew he's done a lot of vendor stuff, and he's done things too like that. So there's one big common factor in both those things. Stuff's not going to go the way you plan it, and you got to learn how to pivot. And I tell that to our volunteer staff. I tell it to everybody we talk to, that's the biggest thing you gotta learn is you can have it planned out. It's gonna go this way. This is how you're gonna do it, and then something's gonna go wrong. Don't dwell on it too much. Pivot, fix it, do something else, change it around. And I think that's the biggest one I can always give any person trying to plan something right away. You know, anyone that's going into this, learn how to pivot and get through that fast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what?
Drew?
I always say that like it's good to just pretend like or think about it like you are going to this convention that you have created and how it would be for you. And what are some of the things that you would want to see or some of the things you think about should be there. Like imagine going to a con, right? And you're really excited and you get there and parking's like $60. You know, Like,
Heads up would be nice, right?
That's how much
Yeah.
it was tonight for the Drake concert.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh
The
yeah.
parking for
Yeah.
Drake was $60.
Yeah, at
Holy
the
Yeah,
Toyota Center
cow.
here in Houston.
Yeah.
that's usually.
$60? That's crazy.
I will tell you that's how much parking is at Anime Expo, like around that area. That's why it was just better
Yeah.
just Uber and lifting.
Yeah, and Anime Expo was crowded and oversold, so
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
And so, like, imagine you go and you pay, like, okay, so our convention isn't crazy, but there's some conventions that you pay like $60 just to go to the event, you know, for a weekend pass, or $75 for a weekend pass. And then you get there and you got to pay like $30 a day for parking. You have to get a hotel, like, you know, and even
Yeah,
without a
it's-
hotel, if you just go there for one day and you're paying $30 and you already paid, you know, it's already $105, and that's less money you have to spend, you know, on vendors, on
Mhm.
anything else.
Oh,
Um,
real quick, I actually want to give a quick shout out, and you know, Legacy of Nerd, who's a Power Ranger podcaster. Hey, I need you on my show, bro. Like, you got to come on one day. We're doing a Halloween special. You got to be a part of that. So yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry, he's a big fan of his. One thing I will say this: look, I'm as a panelist, I will say like stress is good. Things will go. You must prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. With that being said, no matter what happens, panels, you know, you don't should try not to panic. Because the moment you panic, that's when you really start stressing yourself, and you start
Huh?
you start getting frustrated, angry. You might yell at somebody. So just remember why you got to remind yourself, take a deep breath, remind yourself why you're doing it. You know, like control your breathing and just like tackle it one step at a time. Because we all want you to be successful. We all do. We all do. Like, we are going to do what we can. Like, honestly, this is how I have to take a fucking bus to Austin, so I will take that bus, go and hang out, do
saves
my
you the
shit.
parking.
I'll sleep in the parking lot. Like, I'll sleep in the parking lot. But like, yeah, we look forward to KomoriCon. Is there any last words y'all would like to share with us before? Because I know you guys are on a tight schedule.
Yeah, we are. But Emily, did you have anything you wanted to say? I was gonna
Yeah,
say, hope
actually,
you guys show up.
merch. We have merch. I will be selling at Anime Houston to raise money for the con. So I'll do a quick little pass through. Okay, so we have pins. Oh no, you can't see it. There we go. This little bat.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, she's a little
Aw.
gal.
I like
So
That's
I'll be selling
adorable.
those at the con. I have Okay, we have 4 different kinds of stickers right now that I'm also selling to raise money. I had artist friends help with design. So here's one of our mascot. It's like the
Oh, that's
lighting's weird.
cute. That's very cute.
There you go. And then we have one that I drew of our mascot. She's like there.
Ooh.
There you
Oh
go.
wow.
She's
That's
So,
And
adorable.
where can they
then-
buy said merch?
so for right now, before we get our like stuff actually set up, I'm gonna be at Anime Houston, and I'm gonna be selling these to raise money. I'll also be at Anime Dallas, and hopefully IkiCon if they let me in. Yeah, and then only at the con itself we'll be selling these, and also for pre-order. But it's pre-order with a ticket package, so it's yeah. So here's our 2-bat.
Cool.
Mm.
It's
That's
cute.
right. And if you want to, and if so, guys, if you sign up for the Geeks 5 Ever Only Hands page, we'll donate 50% of our profits to KomoriCon. It's Only Hands, not OnlyFans. Only Hands,
Thank you.
the app where you can schedule fights with us, and we'll come meet in the parking lot.
Only
We'll walk-
hands.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like my website. Remember my website, Drew?
Only flan. Oh,
No, no, the
you're
other
talking
one.
about the Mexican grandmas making
The
flan.
Mexican guy one, only
But
flan.
it's an
No, no.
app.
The other
Only
one,
flan.
only calves.
Only flan.
Actually, I wanted to ask you one more question. So, is there like a rough estimate on when we can expect the website for the con?
We hope to get everything about mid to late October. Sending out applications for artists, vendors, panelists, cosplay guests, etc. Probably mid to late October.
So we are going to have you back on the show whenever there's
It
much
gets
more
closer.
information, because I know you guys are starting up. Yeah, when we get closer, probably we'll try to have you in December again, and then again in January.
Yeah.
That way you can promote the show. because December is our season finale. We go on hiatus for like the rest of but we only do 2 weeks in December. We might do a New Year special, and then we don't come back until like halfway through January.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah,
that
that
sounds
sounds great.
fantastic.
Sounds fun.
But officially next year, Komori Con enters the race for the 2024 Geeks 5 Ever Convention of the Year Championship.
Throws his hat in the ring.
Good luck, guys.
We have tough competition with Bacon, but
Can Komori Con defeat several other conventions in the state of Texas? Find out on another exciting episode of Geeks 5 Ever Z.
Yay.
Yeah.
Nah. Oh, that
Well,
voice hurts.
Yeah. Thanks so much for having us on. It was really great being here, and it's really nice meeting all of y'all.
Oh, thank you.
Unfortunately-
Thank you for coming on here and dealing with us.
No, of course,
That
it was
was
really,
great.
it was really nice. Yeah. I have to do the much less fun thing of studying now, so
Yeah.
No, it's
Um,
okay. We understand.
All
We
right,
Bye, hon.
we got to harass Baconator and Drew Mexican Carry.
yeah.
Drew
All right.
Mexicary.
Drew Mexican. Oh, that was
Bye,
good.
guys.
Bye bye.
All right, you take
Bye,
care,
guys.
guys. Good luck on your.
You should bring your
Exams.
other staff member on the show.
The other staff member on the show,
I
She'll
wanted
want
to say that
Megan.
you didn't invite
Megan.
She'll come.
I could bring.
Just let Megan come on. It'll be fun.
I was
All
thinking
right,
of
so let's talk about Alvin Fest. I mean,
Alvin Anime Fest.
yeah, Alvin
Alvin
Fest.
AF.
People are gonna think it's a chipmunk.
Alvin
convention.
AF.
Alvin in the
AF?
con. Alvin
Alvin
in the,
AF.
Alvin in the conventions.
Alvin in the convention
Oh,
center.
that would have been a good name.
That's a funny one.
People are gonna think it's an Alvin in the Chipmunks
That's
convention.
right, ladies and gentlemen. BaCon, powered by BaCon, Anime
By
Alvin
Ba-
Anime Fest now with 70% less meth. So
Um,
Alvin, Texas, going back to your roots.
yes, after
Why?
being gone for like a year and a half.
Why?
So I'll tell you the real story.
Yeah, the genesis of it.
So about 3 months ago, so I think Baycon had just ended. It was like 3 weeks later, and I hear this lady, because I work at the place where it's going to be at, because we double up as a rental space on the weekend. And this lady's talking to her husband or something, her dad, I can't remember. And she's like, "Oh, we need to set these room up for panels." I was like, "What is she planning on doing at the center?" And I asked her, she's like, "Oh, in October we're going to be having a horror fest at Alvin Anime Horror Fest." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And she's like, "We saw Baycon last year, and we want to do a horror fest this year in October." And I was like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "It sucks that we couldn't make it to the second Baycon. Pasadena is just a little too far for me to let my daughter go by herself. Here, when it's here in Alvin, I literally work across the street. I don't mind that." And we've heard other people. We've had about 4 or 5 other people who are like, "We wish it would be still in Alvin, or we wish it was here." And I heard that. And then from Drew and a couple other staff members, we'd been talking about doing something else in between Baycons. And so I was like, let's bring it back to Alvin. Let's make it a different thing and call it something else, and let's grow it there, because I know that whole layout. I know the people. I know the community, and we can make it grow and be big there, and have it be something for that area that can be there, and it could be an annual thing, and it'll be nice, and it'll be a good thing to do in between Baycon and Alvin Anime Fest, between it all. And that's and also I didn't want someone else realizing that there was a convention there last year, there was a horror fest this year, and them going, "Man, I want to do my own thing," and then someone capitalizing on our idea.
Can you
Yeah,
imagine?
and also trademarks and all that stuff too.
That's right. Instead of BaCon, it's Turkey BaCon.
Or it's like they just, I don't know, they call it, they could have called it Alvin Anime Fest. They could have called it whatever they wanted, and we'd be sitting there a
you know
year
what?
later going, "They did our thing."
You know what you would have called it? Is that, like, I don't know. I thought about this after watching the new Ninja Turtles movie. I was like, "Hey, how about some bacon, egg, and cheese? Bacon, egg, and like bacon, egg, and cheese is bacon, egg, and cheese."
BaCon,
Just-
yeah, that's
So we're bringing it back for the community that's on this side that wanted it there, and it's a small one day. Also, it's during winter, which is still a good time. A lot of people like the winter time for conventions. So Figured why not?
Winter in Texas?
Hey, it's gonna be cold this year because it's a hot summer.
You mean
Yeah.
80 degrees and not 100? Yeah.
Hey, 80 degrees outside as a vendor versus being 100 degrees outside as a vendor. That's a big difference.
If I have to be outside, I'm bringing a little
Yeah.
generator.
Bring a tiny
But,
fan.
I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting to see. You yawned right in the camera, and I almost yawned too.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So it's exciting to see, like, when is the convention? I know it's in October.
November 25th, the Saturday
Okay, so I
after.
still have time to sign up.
It's Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Survivor Series weekend, Goku.
No,
just to
hold
make
on.
it in wrestling terms.
Oh fuck! I didn't even think about that either. Holy shit!
It's also technically during Anime Dallas.
So
Yeah.
it's November
25th.
Yep.
25th. Oh fuck! One,
Yep,
two, three,
November
four.
25th.
Fuck!
Uh-oh.
Oh shit! Fuck! I didn't realize that. What's the okay? So what is the schedule? Like time that it starts, what time that it ends?
12 to 8. We're doing a 1-day Saturday, 12 to 8 o'clock. That's it.
Oh, okay, so I can probably be there for like most of the day, but not the entire day, because we'll be at the Renaissance Festival, so I got to make the drive back.
Oh shoot!
Oh,
Dang,
shoot,
from
man.
Alvin to Top
That's a
Mission.
long drive from Alvin. Well, you take 6 to 288. That should help.
No,
Still an
it
hour
goes
and a
all the way
half.
around.
Dude,
What
it's
kind
like
of
2
bullshit
hours.
is that? Go around, take the long way. That should definitely
Take
help.
the long
Walk.
way.
That's actually like 2 hours away. I think.
No, fuck Jesse and his car and his legs. I mean, did I put my? No, okay, no, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. I've done far less. I've done far more or far worse for far less.
There you go.
Like I hosted panels for a con that charged me for the
Oh, wow.
for the badges.
We could charge you?
We talked. No,
He said, "Wait,
better not.
Wait,
You better
wait a
not.
minute.
You better
Wait,
not.
wait a
I
minute.
should be. I'm so entertaining. I should be charging y'all.
You rethink this.
Yeah,
one.
actually, what's scary about it? There are actual conventions who actually do that. They would charge you to run a panel.
What?
That's unethical, though. They might do it like advertising, like commercial panels, like Marvel. That makes sense because they got to buy the space. Sony, but like those
Yeah,
are like
but if it's like,
commercial Comic Cons.
yeah,
But don't put it out there, Sonic. Anime Matsuri might be like fucking with my internet, and they hear that. Oh, we can charge.
Oh, we could charge.
They're gonna have even
Hey, what'd you
less
say now?
panels
get charged."
You can.
this
nah,
year.
they probably have someone. They probably have someone's like, hey, clip that, what he just said.
And there's that one panel that's just like, "You guys been working for free?"
Oh yeah, that we're the Millers.
You're
Yeah,
gonna get to the chat. You guys do
Yeah.
panels for free?
Y'all
No,
getting
it's
paid?
because me and we're not gonna say who, but like there are a few panelists that do like they do charge. They do. They have like a package. It's like a fucking menu. And I was like, we can charge?
Dude.
Well, I know, like
No
when we get the
way.
improv group, we pay the improv group to be there. So
Which is bullshit because whatever. I don't care. Honestly, all I want is like free badges and like a discount on the hotel. That's all I fucking want.
some perks. Yeah,
Yeah, I want some perks. Throw a cheese perk. Feed me,
reasonable
damn it.
perks. There you go.
I will work
Some
for
reasonable
food.
perks.
We'll just say you have a VIP badge, but it's not really like a real VIP program or anything.
Don't let them near the
it's just a
guests.
staff badge.
You
Just
just
a
have the
staff
badge, the
Just
platinum
badge the
badge.
staff
Don't let
on
them near
it.
the guests. Just don't let them touch anybody. Just
Your badge will be like hollow foil. That's we'll
Like
say
Draymond?
honorary. No,
Graphic.
just honorary. No, just put Mexican.
Oh.
Mexican.
honorary Mexican.
That's what DreamCon did. Holographic badges, remember?
Yeah.
The gold and silver badges.
Why don't
You
we
think-
make a Hispanic convention, guys?
Because we're all working.
Mexican.
Yeah, that's true. And then
if we did, it would have to be during Hispanic Heritage
Heritage
Month.
Month. It would be
Which,
like
by
within a
the
few weeks
way,
too.
It's
Isn't
happening
today
now.
Mexican Independence Day?
I thought it was yesterday. Was it yesterday? No.
I think it was over the weekend. I thought.
Yeah,
dude, I
was
almost
thinking
was
it
like,
over the-
isn't February Mexican Heritage Month?
No,
I was like, so we're gonna have it in February, right, guys?
God damn it. So it is the first official day of Hispanic Heritage Month, which nobody gives a fuck about.
Whoa! I give.
We
How do
do.
you
We
know?
care. but the rest of the country's like free cheeseburger day. No one's told me.
I mean, to be fair,
Hispanic.
it was actually like didn't it start like on the 15th, right, which is Friday, and it's been like 3
So
days now.
they give us a full month, but they make it halfway through September.
Halfway through September, halfway through October.
And then they have other bullshit holidays. They have Oktoberfest. They got Halloween. We got to compete with Halloween.
Yeah.
Can we call it brown?
I mean, then again, Halloween has been on the decline lately. Most people, like in my neighborhood, we don't see that many trick or treaters anymore. It's like not as many, even ones that happen during the weekend. Like no kids.
Oh, I can explain that one. Okay. I can explain that one. A lot of the homeowner associations to avoid outside children from getting candy, they do it on the day before now.
Yeah, or some of them they would do it the Saturday of. You know what I mean? The Saturday before Halloween, they have like events.
Guys, I thought about it. There's actually already a Hispanic convention. It's Big Red and Barbacoa Fest in San Antonio.
Actually, there's a tequila and taco festival near Houston.
But those aren't.
That's true.
But those aren't. I want to do anime and Hispanic.
You can have anime and tequila. I don't see
Animania.
So it's different.
Animania Fest.
Baby Bash performed. Yeah, and
it's Hispanime.
No,
that's actually really
good. No, you gotta go old school stereotypical.
Wait, I like it too much, guys.
You gotta go old school stereotypical Mexican caricatura con.
Yeah, actually, that's a good one. Caricacan.
Caricacha-con.
No, actually, you know what? Someone's gonna say
salsa dancers.
Someone's gonna say Mexican.
Osabo-con.
Dude, we have the Troquiondos park outside.
Latino Hecon. You gotta
instead of Hitachi cars, we got Troquiondos lined up. And it's in Pasadena.
You gotta for Mexican, we have the Loteria panel.
Wait, I like.
Here's how to win that. Yeah, Loteria hacks. Here's how you actually win them.
Loteria hacks. How to make tamales 101.
Oh.
How to win a naipe.
Tamales 102.
How to win a naipe.
How to make the tamales panel.
Yeah,
that was a good one. I like.
Here's not as a joke, but I will say that it's like so your parents denied you. So your parents denied you have mental issues. That's the name of a panel.
I was about to say. I like the way we're going, but let's put the mental health issue though. How to deal with your parents and grandparents who don't express emotions properly.
Yeah.
Let's explain. Okay,
machismo and why it's a problem.
And how the TV was.
You know what? Someone
for like the first 5 years of your life.
Someone's gonna make one. It's gonna be like, all right, we're gonna do a little LARPing, but instead of LARPing, we're gonna use chanclas. We're gonna use cinturones. We're gonna use anything you got here.
Piñata sticks. We use piñata sticks, and they're not foamed up. They're just a stick.
Yeah, the broomstick.
We do chancla dodgeball.
Oh, that was fun.
This is getting too good.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody out there who'll be like
barbacoa, instead of a cosplay contest, do a barbacoa contest. Like you're like a judge.
A cook-off.
Cook-off.
Yeah, I like that.
You can get fed and have a competition at the same time.
Yeah, it's like a pie. Instead of pie tasting contest, it's just barbacoa tasting contest.
Some conventions
also,
have
we also do a tamale contest because I like them.
Yeah.
I like them.
Sponsored by Mi Tienda.
That place is lit. I don't give a fuck.
All three of them.
El Ranchero. Mi Ranchero. Hey, Taqueria Arandas. They sponsor the Astros. Fucking might as well sponsor this convention.
Right, so
they'll put
we have the same
did we come up with the name for the con? What is it called?
Mexican. I don't know.
Mexican.
I like Mexican
anime,
but I also liked Hispanime Fest.
I'm telling you, no Sabo-con. No
Hispanime Fiesta.
Latino Maycon. Latino Maycon.
Nah, let's see.
Latino
Latinomacion convention, like Latinomation, like animation.
Univision, so they're forced to sponsor it. Univision.
Lataname Festival.
You slap the word Hispanic or Latino on the name and Univision, and they'll just be out there with cameras.
Telemundo will just.
I know someone that used to work for Univision.
It's fun. Now, random thought. It's funny. It's funny watching non-Hispanic people Univision, because I remember one time like an English person was doing a voiceover for commercials, like, "Oh, you must tune into Univision channel 45." I'm like, what? I was like, what? Or Telemundo. I'm like, what?
Guys. Pivot. Selena Con.
Selena Con. Hey. Vaquero Con.
Doesn't Corpus Christi already have one?
Yeah,
Do they really?
They probably
Damn.
have one already, I would think.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I know some people. My
I
godfather
am
is like
actually
personal
part of the
family
group.
friends
Like,
with them.
I feel bad. I kind of feel like the dad is kind of exploiting her name now at this point.
Yes. No, yeah, I agree with you on that.
No, it's understandable, you know.
Got to make
So-
money, I guess. Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean, let her
So,
rest. We love
royalties
her,
out,
but
yeah.
we gotta let her. Even WWE exploits the shit out of everybody, but they don't exploit Eddie Guerrero to that level.
Nah, they
Just
just do like a
figures.
Legends thing, like merch. Yeah, just
Yeah,
merch.
like say like a couple figures, the belts, but they don't like Eddie Guerrero Con. Eddie
They have
Guerrero.
They have a replica of his
Latino
belt
Heat.
by him. I want it so bad. It's like $300.
What the
Hey,
belt?
Latino. Hey, that's the name of a convention, Latino Heat at Anime.
I mean, I
Convention.
mentioned that.
No,
earlier.
Latino
Latino
Heat
Heat
Con. Latino
Latino
Heat.
Heat Fest.
Latino
I
Heat
mentioned
Fest.
that earlier, and everybody ignored me. I said
Yeah.
Latino Heat Con, but everybody's like, ignore Jesse.
There was so much at the moment. We had like other
Yeah.
didn't want to.
Look, and we can invite Shimigami Del Norte. They're a great fucking band. Have you heard them?
Oh, yeah, on TikTok. and all
Shinigami's
that?
the North thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a
dude,
real
they're amazing.
thing, and they would play like, and there's also like bands on TikTok. They would play like anime
Easy Band.
anime con-
Easy Band's the other one. And they were
Yeah.
just here in Houston. I missed them, and I'm so mad.
Yeah, that's one.
And then we have a soccer tournament outside. Like, done.
Yo,
Bro,
I'd watch
boy.
that.
Football.
Well,
you definitely
so
gotta
we
have
gotta
a Dragon Ball panel.
bring enough money to get the guy who does like the best announcing during the World Cup games. Just bring
No,
on
no, we
Chris
get
and all.
we get the Spanish voice actors from Dragon Ball Z to do the announcing.
Yeah. Hey, Mario,
Big
yeah, we
plan,
can bring
big
him.
brain.
So
Big
Anime
brain energy
Fiesta's
here.
in McAllen,
Yeah, that's already a
He's
thing.
looking
and
you up.
that's Texas Latino Comic Con is in
Uh-huh.
Dallas.
Hey, what about
That's a thing.
Hey, what about
that's
I have an idea. Like for one, it's like Anime Celebración. Anime
But
Celebration.
neither of them are advertised. Well, I guess Anime Fiesta.
Anime
I was about to
Fiesta
say Anime
happened.
Fiesta because that'd be like Anime Matsuri.
Yeah, that
That
just
was powered by
happened
Comic Con.
too.
Yeah, they just happened. I thought Anime Fiesta because our
Yeah,
maids were there.
That's in the
Drew.
valley.
Anime Siesta.
They went to the valley.
Yeah,
What the heck?
I got one.
Siesta.
Anime Siesta.
I did. God damn
Ooh.
it.
You just
Yeah.
Taco Con.
Oh,
TacoCon?
just
No.
thought-
Oh no.
well,
Oh
people,
Taco Con.
Oh, Taco Con.
Oh
Otaku
Taco.
Fest.
Instead of Otaku.
Is that
Taco.
yeah?
We were actually gonna
Oktoberfest,
we were gonna make that into
October.
a shirt. It was a taco with Goku's face
Yeah,
and Super Saiyan.
but it was already
on
been
it,
done.
and it said "Oh Taco." Oh, that was
Yeah.
us.
Taco and
That was us.
No,
We
it's
actually
already been
sold the
done.
shirt.
Yeah.
Taco
Oh,
in
really?
Japanese is octopus.
Yeah, that we were selling the shirt. We did it years ago. We did it before when the podcast was still pre-recorded.
Ah,
But I hate pre-recorded because that involves editing and being productive.
word.
Live, literally, it's whatever says fuck it. Put it on. Put it on. Put it on. So we do need more Latino cons.
Let's just do it.
Hell yeah! I mean, BaCon's technically owned by Latinos, so it's kind of already that.
Yeah.
Bacon
That was
con.
kind of the idea.
We just didn't get around because
You
we
can
wanted
even
wrestling.
say like, oh, it
eventually.
doesn't mean brown activist convention.
Brown
We
active-
wanted wrestling eventually. To
Brown
happen.
anime fans, no.
brown
Bob.
anime cons. Brown
Brown
anime
anime
convention.
Brown
Brown anime convention.
Barrio anime.
Barrio
Brown
anime, bachata anime.
Whoa, bachata.
Anime.
Burro anime. What else? I'm trying to say
Elote con.
Elote Con.
Elote
I'd go to
con.
that fucking con.
Right? That sounds dope.
I know.
Elote con. Let's do it.
So, all right, we kind of okay. So, what is one thing
Con.
about Tigre Con?
And then you're gonna see all the people who are non-Hispanic, and it's like, hey, look, it's
So
the
that's
Tigers
kinda
of the
perfect,
North. The
Like Los Caballeros
of
del
the North
Norte.
Star.
Los Caballeros del Norte, because in Spanish,
The Tigers of the
Saint
North
Seiya was
Star.
called Caballeros del Zodiaco. So Los Caballeros del Norte.
There you go. Smart, right?
Chupacon.
Orale con.
That sounds like a different type of convention that I want to go to.
That's how we get them
Chupacombre.
in. Chupacombre.
That's gonna give people a lot of the wrong
Chupacabra.
idea. I'm here for the Chupacon.
I'm here for the Chupacon.
We're having too much fun with these guys. If anybody listen to us,
I'm gonna get canceled.
Vatos, locos.
Yeah, Vatos.
That sounds like a beer con.
Vatos locos. Con.
Locos con.
Convención.
Blood in, blood out con.
No. You might as well name it. Give me some Chon Chon Con.
Ooh.
With that being said, though, so November, the Saturday
Yes.
after Thanksgiving, one day
One day.
yes.
from 12 to 8.
12
All
days.
the
wrestling-
Latino,
for the-
Mexican, Hispanic, Central American panels you can handle.
So for the wrestling fans out there, that's Survivor Series weekend. So in case you want to know, it's like, oh,
That
maybe you
Survivor
could
Series
after
weekend, so
if you want to kill time, just go to anime. I mean, Alvin Anime Fest.
So the Alvin Anime Fest. Then
Alvin as fuck.
Alvin's. We'll do the Hell in a Cell, Money in the Bank,
War games.
eventually, if you get big enough, you should bring Your Highness the promotion he works for in.
I want to definitely for if Baycon gets big enough, I would definitely love to bring Your Highness's wrestling group. I love wrestling. As I grew up in the '90s, Attitude Era.
Yeah,
I love
there
Eddie
was-
Guerrero.
There was a wrestling show that happened at Colossal Con too, and that was actually pretty well done. It was like a really good independent show. There were some people who weren't even like anime fans. They go in there's like, oh, this is what it's pretty fun. It's all that. And I'm like, it's always fun to go to wrestling.
Bridge. That's definitely like a weird bridge. Like video game and anime, there's that bridge, and then there's like a weird wrestling and anime bridge. Because one thing happens with a lot of anime watchers, they like, I want to work out now. I want to get that fit. And now I want to fight or do something. And then there's like, oh, hey, wrestling.
And you see wrestling fans, wrestlers themselves, they're big anime fans. They like their gear, something they make gear based on like, big anime like My Hero, Demon Slayer, Dragon Ball.
What's the three guys? What are their names?
New Day. They did that.
New Day. Yeah, New Day.
They did the Saiyan armor.
They did the Saiyan armor, yeah. And Bootios.
But Rhea Ripley also dressed up
bit
as
of Vegeta attire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ricochet did All Might one year. Even Kenny Omega, he had tights based on a Demon Slayer, and they actually made a figure of it, which is really cool.
Zack Ryder, also known as Zach Gowen. I'm sorry,
Matt Cardona.
Not Zach Gowen, sorry, Matt Cardona. Sorry. Zack Ryder also is an anime fan, Dragon Ball fan. Sasha Banks did Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Like even for a while, Crunchyroll and WWE had like this combo pack. Like, hey, get both of them for like $15.
Hell, even Zelina Vega, she did a Madara one year. She even did a cosplay of a Jury from Street Fighter, and it was
so there's that bridge.
Yeah,
so there's that bridge from wrestling to anime. So we definitely want to eventually cross that bridge and bring wrestling to us. So that's something we definitely want to look at later.
Yeah,
for Alvin Anime Fest, we spoke out to the sumo guys. I forget their name. They were at
Japanese Fest.
Yeah, they were at the Otaku Food Festival stuff. They're there, and so we spoke out. We asked them. So they said they'd get back to us and let us know because they have a very busy schedule. So I'm hoping to get those guys out at Alvin Anime Festival, because one thing we want to do is we want to bring our show, but smaller and scaled down for 12 to 8 one day stuff. But also let's do something else here, slightly different from Baycon. Let's bring something else we don't have, so that it feels a difference. Not that it's just a small convention, not that it's a mini con, but also has something else that the Baycon doesn't have.
Yeah,
I got it. Anime Tocino, powered by Baycon.
Anime Tostitos.
Anime Tocino.
Anime Tocino.
How about Anime Tocinito?
Tocinito. Powered by
Pan
Baycon.
Dulce Con.
Yo, Pan Dulce Con. No.
Cafecito
Con.
Hey, wait a minute. Paname Dulce Con.
Paname Dulce. Oh,
Baname. Baname Dulce.
Paname.
I like that.
I'm just like spitting. I'm just spitting my balls on here, spitballing.
How long
here.
were you sitting there? How long were you sitting
how
there for
about,
the
like, are-
casino, Drew?
What'd you
Name
say?
it something your dad would name it. Like, ¿Todavía ves eso chingaderas Anime Con? Chingaderas Con, there you go. Because you're buying crap you don't
Yeah,
need.
it's based on that where it's like the phone answers and you're like mushi mushi, arevede. And then on the other side of the call, mira me tu puta.
Oh yeah, you should do that. You should do an interaction like a trailer, like Con.
Mushi mushi.
And somebody from Japan, like a guest, is like mushi mushi, mushi mushi. Güey, háblame en español. Estamos en Texas con Bacan.
Yo, ya órale, pinche.
Like a commercial.
Con convenciones.
Me está hablando como no sé nada. Yeah. So this is Hispanic Heritage Month. We got to fight other holidays. Fucking Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest. Water.
Fucking
National
free
Hamburger Day.
Yeah,
fucking
well, I'm not
all
really
the other
bitching about that one.
barachos.
National Cinnamon Roll Day. We gotta fight that too.
They make up. There's literally a National Manatee Appreciation Day. Like, people are making shit up at this point.
No,
It's always
like,
around when
it's
like
just stuff
it's
that
not-
needs to get appreciated.
It's always around Hispanic holidays or Black History Month or like one of these months
Got
where
it.
we celebrate diversity. We celebrate diversity. So all of a sudden there's a Cactus Appreciation Day.
National Con Owners Day. There we go, Drew. I got us.
National Butt Plug Day.
Whoa.
Oh.
There probably is one out there.
Kulokan. That'd be the
Halloween.
etchy version.
We should do. Well, we might get sued. I don't want to call it Halloween Havoc because then we might get sued.
Palatera con.
Yeah. Might as well not.
Paletero. Las Donas Con. Popusas Con.
Papusas? Papusas?
Birria con.
Give me a second. 17's calling. He's like, hey, the show's getting expensive.
Sorry, my lawyer. Wait, let me see if that's in the contract. Give me a second. Let me see if we
I
can
sent
say
you
that,
one
guys.
over, Drew. It should be in there. Look at the bottom.
This is
So,
just a
okay,
Comcast bill.
let's talk. Okay, so is there anything? So, just so everyone knows, we are doing a Hispanic Heritage Special. We've only announced 2 guests.
Okay.
So, we're about to announce 2 more.
Okay.
Whoa.
So, I mean, if y'all want to pop in for a little bit and just chill, y'all can.
When is it?
Sonic,
Let us know.
our third guest that we will officially announce, Sonic, will be a guest in celebration of Hispanic Heritage cosplayers. So it's celebrating Hispanic cosplayers.
Oh.
Okay.
So Sonic will not only be a co-host, but he will be in the limelight, the spotlight. We're going to ask him the hard-hitting questions. Like, how many tamales can you make before you start getting pissed off?
Probably. Well, I'll wait until the actual thing, so you'll know my answer.
It's like you're making them. It sounds like when you're making tamales, you think you'd be really happy, but as you're making them, you realize you're not going to be the one eating them. Like, motherfucker.
Yeah, they're gonna get all eaten before you're done.
Before you're done.
And like they're either for sale or you like suddenly relatives you haven't spoken to all year will show up. Hey, primo, ¿cómo estás? Aquí estamos.
Primo Con.
Oh.
That's already a water brand.
Damn it.
There's literally a water cooler called Primo.
I mean, if you put it together,
Yeah.
Thirsty?
Primo.
or you put a hyphen,
Hyphen.
call it PrimoCon,
Primo Con.
and I think that would be sick. And then that gives like a familial vibe, like we're family. here.
Primo.
Yeah.
But as
Sorry.
family, I don't know if you want to be family at that con because actual Latinos families fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
once you start mixing all the Latin races, like someone's gonna get into it.
Yeah, somebody's gonna get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into that aspect of our culture because it's not
Hey,
exactly.
it's Hispanic Heritage Month. All right. We're not
We're
getting into that.
celebrating
Celebrate.
diversity and happiness and not the rest of the year when we're constantly punching each other in the face over something that happened in 86.
Oh my god, for real though.
You stole my vieja. She didn't want you, fool. And that's how the conversation will go.
It's like, dog, we have like 20-year-old kids now. Like, get over it. Like,
You know, like, we got 6 kids.
It's 20 years.
And they all look like you for some reason.
God,
Like, what do you mean? Like, they all have mustache. I don't have a fucking mustache.
Oh, everyone here has a mustache.
Well, I'm a
All
parent.
right, guys. Well, I gotta head out now.
Yeah, I
All
gotta
right,
head
all
out
right, guys.
too,
Actually, we're
before-
actually wrapping up. So, go ahead
Any
and
last
plug in
final
your
thoughts?
Instagram website. Go ahead and plug it in
So
for us.
all of it is on. We're smart. We're sticking. We didn't want to create a whole new website, whole new Instagram. Everything is on Baycon because Alvin Anime Fest is powered by Baycon. So here you go. We have Baycon.live is our website, and then our Instagram is Baycon Anime Convention. Facebook's Baycon Anime Convention, and Twitter, I believe, is Baycon 2023. So I'll have to change that later. But all those sites still work. Everything's there. You can find it all there if you can. The website, everything. Alvin Anime Fest. It just transfers over. So all works out.
Cool.
All right, Sonic, go ahead and plug in your stuff.
All right. Just follow me on Twitter, Keyblade Sonic YT. Follow me on Instagram, Super Saiyan Sonic. I'm on Discord, so if you see me on Discord, you could add me if you like. And
Wait, what's your Twitter again?
Just follow Keyblade Sonic YT. It is. I may change it, but we'll see. For now, just that's gonna be
I
mine.
found it.
Keyblade
Okay, I'm
Sonic
following you.
YT.
From the Percy.
All right. Anyway,
Pretty sure it's
I'm
like
also available.
Super Sonic Prime. All right, go ahead.
I'm
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm
also
slow.
on-
What the heck was the Instagram too?
Super Saiyan Sonic. Super Saiyan Sonic. And also on YouTube, Keyblade Sonic. So if you follow me on Twitter, it's on the pinned tweet. So there you go.
Carlos.
Oh, you use his government name.
I just
Yeah.
heard
We've
that.
Then
never
again-
once said his government name on the channel.
Then again, Goku, you posted my name was already posted in one of the comments earlier.
Yo, guys, Deacon Rap is live
Oh,
right now.
I just got the notification too.
Yo, I just got that notification.
The decon rap is live.
Okay, I'm sorry I said your name.
Bacon wrap.
Yeah,
No, it's
fine.
good. It's good. Somebody, I didn't realize somebody sent the comments. All right, guys. So we actually, if you want some of that exclusive, delicious, nutritious tea that we can't share or talk about on the channel live, join our Discord because we got some brand new tea. Some shit is going down in the community. Some shit is going down. We can't talk about it, but like, because we're not going to take sides. But damn, it is bitter. This is some bitter fucking tea. That's all I can say. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram, on the Book of Faces, on the Use of the Tubes, on the Hub of the Porn, on the Fans of the Fiction.
What was that last one?
We're not on that. We're
What
not
was
on
that last?
But follow us on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We will be back next week with another Hispanic themed podcast and a review for Anime Houston. Don't forget, we have our special coming up, which Sonic has just been announced as the third guest of the show.
So I'm a host and a guest. So
celebrating Hispanic cosplayers, we are going to be back. That's October 9th. It's going to start at 8. We'll see how long it runs because these specials normally run longer. But thank you for joining us, Drew and Bacon. Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you guys. Drew, this is your first time. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to having y'all back, especially for it's Hispanic Heritage Month, guys. We're celebrating diversity. We're celebrating being brown, and we're celebrating tamales.
Highway.
And we're celebrating Eddie Guerrero and Selena,
Yeah.
two of the biggest icons from the state of Texas. Like, awesome. They're amazing. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to go ahead and wrap up. Good night, everybody, and make sure you check us out next week on Monday. Peace.
All right, bye.
take care, y'all.